Really? Okay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Legacy Maker Sports Network, and we're bringing you a live audio broadcast today. The Richmond Spiders take on the Siena Saints. This is Game 3, and today with me, my broadcast partner for today, Mr. Drew Willingham. Drew, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great out here. The skies are clear. Everything is nice out here except for the temperature. We are doing the best we can to stay warm out here on this field, but it is definitely a great day for some baseball.
Yeah, definitely a great day for baseball. Nice and sunny. Would love for it to be, I don't know, 60 degrees today, but we're sitting right here before noon. We're sitting at 39 degrees. It said it'd be 40 degrees as we get our first pitch, and then probably by the end of this bad boy, we're looking at 46 degrees. So we're looking at the good stuff there, Drew.
Yep, it's going to change just a little bit, but it's definitely going to affect how the ball travels off the bat today.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here in just a little bit. They will be doing the national anthem, and then me and Drew will be back to bring you all of the live audio coverage here from the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost ball time here. We're about 5 minutes away. I will say this as we get prepared for our broadcast today, Drew. We got to see a team who's coming in 2-15, and it's a little bit tough when you're having those struggles. As a coach, what would you tell your team as you continue to go throughout this season? It is that, Drew, and I think that's going to be a critical part here for this team as we continue to go throughout and see if they can, pry themselves into a victory today or fight to a victory. A tough day yesterday. They lost the first game 6-0. They lose the second game 5-1. So now you're trying to, salvage the series and move on to the next one, and hopefully they can get a win today for Siena. For Richmond, you got a chance to get to 500. One win today puts you at 10-10, and your season is in a good spot.
Definitely going to be a big, big difference to see how this game turns out for this team as they are one game under 500.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the critical part here. If they can just kind of figure that thing out today and see if they can make things work, I'm excited to see what they can do, Drew.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting contest. The weather may play a factor in it, but at least we have some clear skies, no raining today.
I will take that, Drew. I will take a non-raining day any day, and that's what we got here. So it should be a very fun one, ladies and gentlemen, coming here from Richmond as the Spiders take on the Saints. The question is, will the Saints go marching in? I mean, that's what we're going to find out today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are excited. We'll be back here with you in just a little bit. The game is about to get underway. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsors. Thank you once again for tuning in on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. I'm Darrell Owens alongside Drew Willingham.
Of Hometown Realty help you take your first step of making your dream a reality and say yes to the address. Contact her at 804-852-5045 or by email at smtaylor804@gmail.com. Do you need an expert music producer for instrumentals, beats, for podcasts, commercials, or even your own songs? Contact A-Biz Productions via email at adb2keys, that's the number 2, at yahoo.com. If you found yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and you'll be hooked. Contact us at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Cleveland's Auto Repair. Looking for everyday maintenance, such as oil changes, brakes, tune-ups, or even a diagnostic type of work? Contact Cleveland Auto Repair today at 804-350-0459. Are you tired of your lipstick smearing when you kiss or drink coffee? Contact Lip Sense agent Becca Cottingham for all your lipstick and lip gloss needs. Explore Becca's inventory, and you can reach her on her Facebook page at Making Lip Gloss Fun Again with Becca. Walls Detailing. What do? We offer auto detailing, minor auto mechanic work, oil changes, wiper blades, air filters, and etc., and power washing for decks, mobile homes, and one-story homes and driveways and walkways. You can contact me at Walls Detailing and more on Facebook or at Walls_Detailing on Instagram. And the phone number is 804-350-1742. King.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here getting ready for this contest. The Spiders are warming up. We got a good one on our hands as Jeremy Neff will be the starter for the Richmond Spiders. We're very excited about that. Should be, like I said, should be a fun one. It's 12 o'clock. The warm-ups are here. We're about to get things rocking and rolling. And Drew, how excited are you for this contest today, brother?
Definitely very excited. It's been 4 years since the last time I was here at Richmond Spiders game. As I got to thank the loyal fans for giving us 1.5 thousand views on that video.
Yes, thank you very, very much. It was a great game, and now I believe that was against Ryder, wasn't it?
Yep, the Ryder Bronx.
Look at that. They took on Ryder a couple of weeks ago. Things going for the Richmond Spiders' favor. As we get things started here, the first pitch is about to get underway. We got Jeremy Neff, who is the starting pitcher for today, and then we got Nick Bergamato as he will come up to the plate here, the righty, to get this thing started.
I'll tell you what, Siena's uniforms are pretty fire today, Darrell.
I like them, and that first one is a little half a ball one. I like them. It gives you that Oakland A's feel, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes the 1-0 pitch from Neff. Kicks, strikes.
Just a bit low.
And a little bit low there for ball number 2.
Hitters count right here, 2-0.
See what he can make out of this.
Yeah, good eye right there.
Good eye, good eye. Good job there. 3-0 count coming up. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. Definitely a hitter's count coming up. Oh, and he calls a strike.
Good call. Belt high strike right there to get this count to 3-1.
Here's Neff. Trying to get back into this nice pitch.
Framework by the catcher there to get this to a full count.
Nothing like a good frame, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like a good frame. Here comes the full count pitch. 3-2. He gets a piece of it, and that's going to go high into the sky to our right fielder, Christian Beal.
Can of corn for the right fielder. We have got one down here in the top of the first.
Number 12, Sean Camacho.
All right, so next coming to the plate, we got Sean Camacho, the lefty, the center fielder here for Siena. Here comes the pitch. And a little bit low there, Drew.
Yeah, bouncing off top the plate, definitely pretty low. Got to bring that one up if you want to have success against this batter.
Camacho waiting for his second pitch here. Ooh, thought about the bunt, changed his mind.
Even though that was a ball, I still like the placement of that pitch right there.
So 2-0 coming up here for Neff. See if he can bounce back a little bit. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, that framework again, Darrell, to get it to a 2-1 count.
Gotta love frame. And there's nothing like good framework. I know we're talking about that, and you get a chance to see it. It's just a beautiful thing.
Staying alive right there to foul it off.
So Camacho makes this a 2-2 count. With one out. Neff looking. Throws. Ball number 3. So our back-to-back full count situations here for Richmond to get this one started.
Siena's doing pretty good with running up the count against the pitcher right now. Ooh,
oh, and that one is sliced down there. Oh, lollipop, we'll say, down the third.
And that's where the weather definitely affects how this ball comes off the bat. Is he's batting with an aluminum bat, take that over to third base.
Now, Jaffe was able to swoop that up there for the Spiders. I know his hand is cold after that.
Yeah, oh yeah. That ball just died after he hit it too, though.
All right, we go. Third batter coming up here for Siena.
Ooh, good pitch by Neff. 0-1.
Good job there by Neff. As we got Barbaro at the plate here. He gets a piece of that.
Shot to third.
Jaffe's going to swoop that up, take it over to first, and that will end the top of the first.
A nice scoop by the first baseman to get that third out of the inning.
Jake Elbery, excuse me. Always want to say Elbery, but Jake Elbery with the snag over there at first, and there we are, top of the first. Richmond gets out of it. We got a chance to see what Siena could do at the beginning here, see what Richmond could do at the bottom.
Absolutely. Keep this fluidity going. Let's keep this game going pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far on that end to see if they can keep that rocking and rolling. Once again, everybody, Darrell Owens along with Drew Willingham, we are here. 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
And you know what, Drew? We haven't turned into snowmen yet, so we're still in a good spot. Still in a good spot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a couple of seconds to just take a listen to some of our advertisers here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Cupcakes, specialty cakes, cake jars, and corn pudding, rice pudding, bread pudding, and much, much more. Contact her at 804-475-4245. In a Breeze Pressure Washing LLC for all your pressure washing needs. Cody Stewart will be there to pressure wash your cars, homes, garage, shed, porches, driveways, and decks. Contact Cody Stewart on the Facebook business page or by phone at 804-389-0389. Are you looking to travel for affordable prices? Catherine Hopkins of Academy Travel Affiliate can make that happen for you. Cruises, Disney, Universal, anywhere you can think of. Contact Catherine Hopkins at catherinehopkins.travel@gmail.com or at 804-306-0766.
All right, so Christian Bill is now heading to the plate here to start off things for Richmond. Bill, who had himself a really good season last year, made some big strides in the A-10 tournament, now at the plate for Richmond.
The right fielder who made that third out in the bottom at the top of the first inning as well.
And so we got a first pitch is going to be a ball here.
Good eye there by Bill.
Billy Rosaskis is pitching here for Siena.
We've got a good strike there. Battle of the lefties on the mound today, Darrell. We got two left-handed pitchers starting the game out.
That's always a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't go wrong there. And Bill gets a piece of it.
Almost fielded up. Oh, look at the wheels right there.
Oh, yeah, look at Bill's speed, able to get down there and beat out the second baseman's throw, and Richmond has a man on. So Rozakis is going to have to try to figure some things out here as they're getting themselves ready for the second at bat. And that first pitch is a little inside there for ball number one.
Bill has to be careful over there first base with the lefty on the mound, as lefties usually have that natural pickoff move. He's taking an extra step just now as I say that.
So Mathis gets a piece of it, and he shoots it.
Shot to right field. Runners going to third. In there safely as we have runners at first and third to start off this bottom of the first inning.
Great job there by Mathis shooting that one through past the first baseman. So now runners on the corners, Bill and Mathis, with our third batter coming up. And that's going to be that's going to be Neff. Neff is coming up here. See what he can get. Can he produce some runs here? That's what we're going to find out here on this third at bat.
Help out your own cause. The lefty pitcher batting right-handed. Definitely see how this pans out as you got runners on the corners.
Rosaskis sets.
Runner takes off. He is safe at second.
Man, Mathis flew down there, didn't he, Drew?
Yeah, he flew.
My man was gone. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the first. Rozakis. Strike number 1. Richmond right now sitting pretty with runners on third and second. Rozakis looks in, sets, and delivers.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, just floated a little bit on that one. I like the thought process, though.
Yeah.
2-1 count coming up. 2-1 pitch. And to the outside.
Just a bit outside again.
So 3-1 here. And so once again, a hitter's count. And if you're Neff, just take your time here and just find the right pitch, right, Drew?
Absolutely. I feel like he needs to get him a little bit on the inside on this next pitch.
Rozakis.
And it's fouled off.
Let's pray that no one's car gets destroyed. Definitely might have hit the building.
Yeah, definitely a building shot. Cars are safe on this one play.
No glass shattered. No stone cold entrance just yet.
Hopefully in a couple weeks. So.
Right, exactly. So here we go. The full count. Pitch coming up. Rozakis.
Hey!
Ooh.
Ripped, but just a bit foul.
Man, it went shooting down there towards the bullpen. We'll have another shot here at the full count. Shot that one down there, man. I was like, whoa, here we go. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Rozakis.
Hey,
and he gets a piece of it.
Shot!
And off the wall. Bill will score. Mathis is rolling around. Neff is trying to make it three.
Darrell.
Look at the triple
wow,
by Neff.
Good job,
oh
Spiders.
Man, what a great job. As you can see, our man Neff points towards the dugout, and he brings in 2 runs. It's a 2-0 Richmond lead.
No outs so far here in the bottom of the first, and already up with a 2-0 lead with a runner on third base. They're getting hot on this cold afternoon.
Man, he got every piece of that, Drew. He got every piece of that.
That was a shot. Right off the right center field wall, right off the 385 sign. is they are doing great to start this bottom of the first.
And now Johnny Hipsman is at the plate.
That was a good pitch. Looked like a breaking ball coming in for that first pitch strike.
So the 0-1 pitch coming up here for Rosakis. No outs, and right now Richmond is cooking early here in the first inning.
Ooh.
And that floats on up. Can the first baser make a play on it? And he does.
He does. One down here in the bottom of the first.
So Siena gets a little something going their way here. So Jake L. Beery made that good snag at first in the first inning, and see what he can do here.
Batting left, the first baseman comes up here for the first time this afternoon with a runner on third base. Let's see if he can get him on in.
Why not produce more RBIs here if you're Richmond? And he gets a piece of that.
Shot on the first pitch, too.
Oh, that's going to drop Drew, and it does.
Runner's coming home.
And Neff will come in and score. And a double for Jake L. Beery.
On the first pitch as well. You usually don't see that when you got a 2-run lead. They usually take the first pitch to work the batter a little bit.
Exactly.
That must have been one beautiful pitch to take it out to the outfield on the first one.
Beautifully done, and Richmond's up 3-0.
We may just get our wish after all.
We may. All right, so 3-0 Richmond here in the bottom of the first, and what a start. And now we got Lot Sprague as he takes the first pitch for a ball.
Down at the shoelaces, definitely would get suspended if you called that a strike.
If it was anything like that moment we saw a couple of weeks ago in that baseball game with the
Wasn't that like Mississippi or something like that?
It was somewhere in
I saw the video the other day. Like, he just wanted to get out of there. That ball
you could
was
tell.
way out.
I mean, it was more likely not going to win the game, but it was just the way it went down that was kind of like, come on, my guy.
Popped the face mask off real fast, and I'm out of here.
My man power walked straight to the dugout. There's a strike.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad pitch to swing at right there for number 12. He should have left that one alone.
So Jared Sprague Lott here at the bat here for Richmond. And see what Jared can figure out here as he's down in the count 1-2.
Good job for leaving that one alone, as it's now 2-2 for the batter.
Sprague Lott last game I did, he had a pretty productive day. He went 2 for 4 against Rhode Island, had a really good game. That was, like I said, that was last year, but, he's a very critical part of this Richmond team. Ooh, a little high.
Good eye right there to take it to a full count.
So this is like our 5th full count here. The batters have done a really good job of working the pitches to these counts here to start this contest. And we're all in the first inning.
Absolutely. I mean, his pitcher's thrown, close to 20, 25 pitches already?
Yeah, it's a little tough to get this one started. He's already at 16 pitches to start this one.
I figure it was close to 20, yeah. And it walks this batter as well. We got runners on first and second with only one out here in the bottom of the first inning.
And so now we got Jaffe coming to the plate. Jordan Jaffe. Here comes the pitch on Rosakis. And he gets a piece that comes straight towards me and you, Drew.
Yep, 0-1, but definitely fouled that off, but making this pitcher work on this afternoon. I feel a little disconnected compared to what you said. You already knew some of these players. I was here 4 years ago. Everybody graduated since the last time I was here.
I think the last time you were here, everybody was gone. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Rosakis. And
ooh, that was a strike.
Yeah.
Right on the corner as well, belt high.
That's one of those ones that is tough to lay off because just like in your eyes, you're like, I think I can hit them. You said, no, I'm going to hold off. 0-2 pitch coming off of Rosakis here.
Yeah, good eye right there by the batter.
Try to use a little off speed on that one to make this a 1-2 count. Richmond with runners at second and first.
I don't know how my man is up there at second base with no long sleeves on.
I know, bless him, right? I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah,
I'm not even moving. I'm sitting here. I got hands inside of my jacket trying to stay as warm as possible. I'm not even thinking about it.
Got the Michael Jackson going on with one glove on, one glove off.
Yee-hee. Yee-hee. 1-2 pitch coming up.
Ooh, he went.
I think he went.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He went.
2 down here in the bottom of the second. As he
Man.
definitely check swung that one.
He tried his best to hold up on that one, Drew. He just couldn't make it happen.
He did, but once those wrists break, it is over.
Yes. All right, so we're here. 2 outs, 2 runners on. And Gursky is at the plate.
One and 0 count.
See what Gursky can do. And
Good
that's
eye
low.
by the batter. Good eye.
Yeah, so low into the outside there. Here comes a 2-0 pitch.
That was pretty questionable, but it wasn't too far outside. So yeah, I kind of can see where you called the strike on that.
Yeah, that one was a little tough, but I could definitely see where he gave it to him on that one. Here comes a 2-1 pitch from Rosiewski.
And it looks like the shot was going to be out of play. 2-2 count to the batter. Yeah, as a right-handed batter, that previous pitch beforehand, the one that was inside, I don't know how you even swing at that one. With that being called a strike, definitely pretty iffy. Now, if you were batting left-handed, you probably could step into it a little bit and take it opposite field, but I just feel like it's a little bit on the inside for that previous pitch.
2-2 pitch here for Rosiewski.
Just a bit outside.
So now we got another full count here early in this contest. It's like, I'm telling you, I didn't do the count, but I'm thinking about 6. And so another full count. See if Rosiewski can get out of this one. And he does. Struck him out.
Nice pitch to end the inning right there.
Good job there by Rosiewski. He just was able to, he wound up on that bad boy, let loose, and they're out of the inning. A little bit of bloodshed there. Unfortunately for Siena, the 3-0 lead for Richmond.
Absolutely. The baseball guys were listening in on us as we were talking about this weather before the game started, giving us 3 runs to start this thing out. Let's see if Richmond can keep this momentum going, take this into the second inning.
That's going to be the critical part. If they can kind of keep that thing, rocking and rolling, it's going to be interesting to see. And see if they can, just keep things pushing. That's what I'm intrigued to see. I like what I've seen so far from the Richmond offense. Able to kind of, manufacture runs right off the bat and see if they can keep that rolling. Well, once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. I'm your man, Darrell Owens, along with Drew Willingham.
Yes,
We'll be back with a little bit more here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Are you tired of being denied a home loan because of your credit score? Let Stephanie Taylor of Hometown Realty help you take your first step of making your dream a reality and say yes to the address. Contact her at 804-852-5045 or by email at smtaylor804@gmail.com. Do you need an expert music producer for instrumentals, beats, for podcasts, commercials, or even your own songs? Contact A-Biz Productions via email at adb2keys, that's the number 2, at yahoo.com. If you found yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here, top of the second. Richmond up 3-0.
Number 4 for the Siena Saints, Aiden Stewart is up, the left-handed batter, to start the second inning off.
See what Stewart can do. A second baseman.
Takes a ball on the inside a little bit. Let's see how Neff can keep this thing going.
Well, Jeremy Neff has done a really good job so far. Oh, strike. Nicely done.
And I'd like to apologize for the first inning for getting him mixed up with his brother. I did not know that he had a brother that was his catcher.
Not going to lie to you. Did not see that myself. So that is something I will also apologize about.
Just a bit low on that one to keep this count to a 2-1 count.
Now, I was always interested. I don't know this for sure, but I wonder if their sister had played basketball because there's also a Neff on that team as well.
And a shot to right field, Darrell.
Oh, man, nicely done there by Stewart and gets Siena on the board for the first time in the hit column.
Now the runner on first with no outs. See if they mix some things up a little bit to get this runner on to advance to second base.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested to see what they could do here. Like I said, big thing for Siena today is can they manufacture those runs needed. Right now they got a runner on first. Let's see what they can do.
And with you being a 2-15 team, you got to mix some things up, get a little bit of hit and run, some bunt action. Play some small ball to get some runs built up.
And D. Nicola with a big swing on that first one for strike one.
And with you being down by 3 runs, don't have time to be taking too many pitches out here.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way.
That ball being way outside that he swung at.
All right, here we go. 0-2 pitch coming up.
Good eye right there as that ball was chest high.
And we got a 1-2 count, no outs.
Pretty sizable lead over there at first base. Pitcher needs to keep an eye on him.
That one right in front of the plate, Drew.
Yeah, definitely get those mechanics a little bit better on that one if you want to get that ball to be in the strike zone. But pitching with no sleeves on may be affecting that just a little bit, Darrell.
It's a little bit cold out here. Maybe I'm just not tough
Runner
enough.
goes.
And he is safe.
Safe.
Good job by Stewart. And now Siena definitely has that runner in good scoring position. A single could score. Stewart.
And that was a strike him out, throw him out play as we have one down here in the top of the second.
And you'll take that. I mean, you'll take that. You almost look at it. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it was a strike him out, throw him out play. Yeah.
Oh,
I think I accidentally just said that too.
They brought him back to first.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to figure out what happened there. Like, but hey, I don't know. Maybe but even if he struck him out, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, when you have batter interference on that, because the way that out took place, they're definitely going to call that every time and send them back to first base.
So, Vincio Castronova is at the plate.
It's a pretty sweet last name.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Oh, 0-1 pitch coming up for Castronova. Ooh.
No, 2 strikes on the awesome last name batter.
I'm telling you, the last name is quite cool. I'll take that. Here comes
Pete Rose number 2.
Yeah, Pete Rose.
Stay away from DraftKings, my man.
Oh, yeah, please don't do that. 0-2 pitch. And that's a little high to the outside for ball number 1.
I'll tell you, Darrell, this heat is now on the back of our shoulders. It is feeling great out here on this field.
If the sun stays right there, Drew, we're in a good spot. Runner on first. Castronova.
Runner goes.
Ooh.
Foul ball. Runner must go back to first base once again.
He's probably like, man, look, I should already be in second. And he'll have to try it back to first.
He's like, man, I'm just trying to move. It is cold out here in these streets.
Come on, guys. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. 1 out.
He's taking a little bit of a sizable lead. Pitcher needs to keep an eye on that as that ball is low.
So here comes the 2-2 pitch. 1 out.
Ooh, yeah, that was pretty high. That was up at the nose there.
I felt that one, though.
Yeah.
I felt that one.
Keep throwing the gas, man. We need as much heat over on this section as we can take.
I'll take every bit I can get on that. Oh, he tried
Finally,
to go.
I knew he was going to get him at some point. Picks off the runner.
So, man, Stewart tried, though, man. You got to give him credit. He was out there trying his best to get something going, and they finally got him.
As I was saying in the first inning, with 2 natural left-handed pitchers, the pickoff moves are going to be better than anything the right-hander could do, and we just saw it right there with that last out.
And they got him. And another full count ends in Richmond, finishing off the top of the second. Man, look at that.
And when it comes to Richmond defense, they are playing great out here. We only have 1 hit with the first 2 innings going. 3-0 lead with Richmond Spiders going into the bottom of the second. Let's see if they can capitalize on the momentum that they had from the previous inning.
That's what I'm intrigued to see, Drew. It's just like the Spiders got out to a really good start, pitching pretty decent. Defense has been well. Siena showed a little bit of a bright spot in that beginning part of that top half, or the top half of the second. Just couldn't get it rolling. And now we're going to find out if Richmond can maybe extend their lead here and keep things rolling. Once again, everybody, I'm Darrell Owens alongside the man, myth, and the legend, Mr. Drew Willingham. We will be back in just a little bit here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network to bring you more of the broadcast.
Are you tired of being denied a home loan because of your credit score? Let Stephanie Taylor of Hometown Realty help you take your first step of making your dream a reality and say yes to the address. Contact her at 804-852-5045 or by email at smtaylor804@gmail.com. Do you need an expert music producer for instrumentals, beats, for podcasts, commercials, or even your own songs? Contact A-Biz Productions via email at adb2keys, that's the number 2, at yahoo.com. If you found yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And Richmond is set here in the bottom of the second.
Good pitch to start this out. 0-1 count on the batter. And a shot in between the gap between short and third base as we have a runner on first.
It was a great effort there by the shortstop, but it just wasn't enough.
I hope you guys could hear the crack of the bat and then when he got all of it right there.
It sounds beautiful. That's the best thing about baseball. Does nothing beat the crack of the baseball bat. Aluminum or wood doesn't make a difference. When it's just right, that's what you get.
Absolutely. You can't have a better seat than this one right here as well.
Exactly.
Well, unless you were actually on the field itself.
Yeah, most definitely. So Rosaska's here. Here with the 0-1 pitch coming up. And Beal is back up, and that is smoke down there towards right field, and it will be taken in.
Simple can of corn for the right fielders. We've got one down.
Yeah, Castronovo was able to bring that one in.
Center fielder Alden Mathis.
So Alden Mathis is back here. And Mathis also pitches for this team.
Yep. With a legendary number on the back as well. Let's see if he can make that happen.
We're going to find out here.
Last time up was last inning. The first inning, one at bat, one hit, and scored a run as well.
Here we go. First pitch. Ooh. And Mathis didn't move that much. He was like, he's not going to hit me. We good. So 1-0 pitch coming up. Here in the bottom of the second. Runner on first. Ooh, Rosaskis with a great pitch.
Great pitch. He's not really working the runner at first that much, though, and that's a little concerning. You know, you got 3 runs and you're down by. You need to work that first base a little bit.
I got it. But that one gets fouled back towards us. Now, I'm going to say something. I saw something very interesting.
What's that?
You see Zach has one of the little sleeves that they use for, like you see a quarterback have. This is the first time I've seen that on a pitcher. You know, like the little sleeve they use for the play calls.
Oh, yeah.
That's very unique. I've never seen that before on a pitcher.
And heads up, everybody.
That one might go to the pond. It's going to be a 1-2 pitch coming up here in just a second from Rosaskis.
I think we just got to temperature degree 41 now, it feels like. I can feel a little bit more heat on my back right now.
I'll take that. If it stays right there the rest of the evening, we're going to be all right.
Finally, he's been listening to me as he throws the ball over to first base.
Well, good job there by Mathis but I'm not Mathis. Hold on, wait a minute. Have a pitch runner? No, my mind went to a whole other place. And that one, Drew, I think that,
that's coming
Drew,
out.
that might come get us.
And I think you could hear the impact of that on our bleachers.
I'm just glad it didn't hit me.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, I probably could have caught it.
I was about to make the move. The mic was about to hit the ground. I was about to go after it. It was within our reach.
That's the thing when when you're a baseball fan and you know foul ball's coming your way, you're like, okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, I got to go get this, no matter what the situation is, even on the broadcast booth.
Absolutely, and I'm still a part of the game as well, so I haven't quite put the glove down yet. It has not collected that much dust.
Hey, look, be ready at all times.
Absolutely, you never know when your number's going to get called, and absolutely when you're in the broadcast booth as well.
Yeah, exactly. So Kaluska is sitting at first base as Mathis is trying to advance him on a 1-2 count here with one out. Rosaskis. And that's low into the outside.
Down at the shins. I don't blame him for not going after that as well.
2-2 pitch coming up here soon with the runner on first. And that one's going to go towards the Richmond dugout, probably just a little bit past it.
A little bit high up towards the numbers, but I can't blame him for swinging at that one. The way that ball was looking like it was going to end up in the glove, it may have been called strike 3.
2-2 coming up. Here comes a 2-2 pitch.
Runner goes.
Runner rolling, and beautifully
shot.
done.
In the gap, we have runners at first and second now, Darrell. This is going to be interesting to see how they capitalize on this.
If you're the shortstop, you got to be hurting right now because you went moving towards trying to get the still beautiful hit and run, and then just like that, Richmond has 2 runners on.
But normally with a left-handed batter, I mean, that was played right with the semi-shift that they had going, expecting the batter to pull it a little bit. Didn't think he's going to hit in the gap like he did between short and third.
Here we go.
Just
Neff.
outside. Is the pitcher Neff?
This is Jason. So this is Jason Neff.
Catcher.
Jeremy is on the mound today.
Okay. Or they have a DH. Do they?
Looks like today. No, DH today. No, actually, yeah, no, Neff is the DH, I believe. Yes, Neff is the DH. Percival is the catcher for.
He's the catcher.
He's the catcher. Oh, right up the middle.
Oh,
I don't think he got the tag at second.
Nope, he did not.
So
Just
now,
one.
yeah, so the runners will advance, and we got runners on third and second.
Brother of the pitcher, Neff. The catcher, Neff, actually grounds out to
Yes.
that one. And moves the runners from first to second on over to second and third as we have 2 outs now in the bottom of the second. Let's see if number 5 can bring in those 2 runners with a shot to the outfield.
So Johnny Hipsman back to the plate here. His first at bat was didn't quite go his way as he grounded. He grounded out on his last attempt. Oh, and wait a minute, not this time. This one goes deep, but I think Castronova is there to get out number 3.
Warning track power to end the second inning.
Yeah, so there we are. Richmond threatened, a little bit of a threat going on there. Had 2 runners on, had an opportunity to make something happen, but Siena was able to get out of the inning, and now we're heading to the top of the third.
Score still sits 3-0 Richmond Spiders as we go to the top of the third.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all for tuning in here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network as we bring you today's broadcast. So far, so good. And as Drew will say, it's starting to get a little warm in here, so we can definitely take that. All right, everybody, we'll be back in just a second here with more on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Are you tired of being denied a home loan because of your credit score? Let Stephanie Taylor of Hometown Realty help you take your first step of making your dream a reality and say yes to the address. Contact her at 804-852-5045 or by email at smtaylor804@gmail.com. Do you need an expert music producer for instrumentals, beats, for podcasts, commercials, or even your own songs? Contact A-Biz Productions via email at adb2keys, that's the number 2, at yahoo.com. If you found yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation? Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and you'll be hooked. Contact us at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Cleveland's Auto Repair. Looking for everyday maintenance, such as oil changes, brakes, tune-ups, or even a diagnostic type of work? Contact Cleveland Auto Repair today at 804-350-0459. Are you tired of your lipstick smearing when you kiss or drink coffee? Contact Lip Sense agent Becca Cottingham for all your lipstick and lip gloss needs. Explore Becca's inventory, and you can reach her on her Facebook page at Making Lip Gloss Fun Again with Becca.
All right, so Percival is coming to the plate here for Siena.
Legendary number 23. Let's see if that number comes into play out here on this field.
But maybe even more of a legendary name with the last name Percival.
Yep, absolutely.
Can't forget about the legendary Troy Percival for the Angels.
Pitcher. Oh, no, not a pitcher.
Yeah, he was a pitcher. Yeah. I think it was a closer.
Didn't he go to Boston after that?
I think so, yeah.
He got a ring with him as well.
Got a ring with Boston, man. 1-0 pitch coming up here for Percival.
Ooh, the fire on that pitch right there.
So Kyle Schubers is now in the game for Richmond. So they went with a pitching change early. I was kind of intrigued by the quick pitching change. They took Neff off the mound pretty quick, Drew.
They did, but it looks like it was a good call as he is out here throwing gas from that dude.
He is letting loose.
I think we were up to 42 degrees now, Darrell. Feeling a little bit warmer out
As
here.
long as that sun keep beaming on our backs, we're gonna be all right. I think I'll be honest with you. That's what's been the saving grace. Now my hands are still cold, by all means, but I will gladly take what we're getting here from the sun. 3-1 pitch coming up.
Deuce Beals. Just a bit high as he gives up a walk to Percival.
Schubers, who's, like you said, throwing some gas out there, unfortunately doesn't work out as Chris Erickson will now come to the plate here with a runner on. And the 8th man in the lineup here for Siena, runner on first.
Erickson's first pitch is a foul ball.
Erickson, who's the left fielder.
First at bat for number 21, playing left field, batting right. As we'll see what he does with this at bat.
Ooh.
Good pitch location right there by Deuce.
Good job there by Schubers.
Yeah.
Tell you, the heat that he's throwing, it might be helping the warm us up here just a little bit.
He's still throwing that gas. But that was just a bit outside. That's why that was a ball. 2-1.
Now, maybe I shouldn't be surprised with Richmond only using their pitchers for a couple innings. When they played last year against Rhode Island, they rotated pitchers like every 3 innings. So they had, like, even though they were up, ooh, nice gas on that one for the strikeout. Even though they were up, they still kept rotating pitchers. And I think they had at least 9 pitchers pitching that game.
Wow.
And they won 12-2.
So you're literally averaging a pitcher every inning at that point.
Yes.
It's like an all-star game.
It's like an all-star game. Definitely all-star game mentality. And Schubers gets ready for the pitch here.
What a breaking ball right there for that first strike.
That thing was stinky.
That had to have moved like 4 or 5 inches. It definitely had some nice movement on it.
Here comes Schubers' pitch, and there's a runner moving.
Back-to-back breaking pitches as he fouls that one off.
And Hen is at the plate here for Siena. Randall Hen. 0-2 pitch coming up. Schubers takes a look, shoots it in there for ball number 1.
Just a bit outside. 1-2 pitch. Does he come back with the gas here or mix it up with a little bit more breaking action?
That's what I'm intrigued to see. But the breaking ball has looked beautiful so far.
It has. And the gas comes back to get him for strike 3. 2 down.
Man, what a strike there by Subers. Boy, he really painted that bad boy. So we got 2 outs. 3-0 lead here for Richmond. And we are back at the top of the lineup here. Oh.
Shot to short,
Bergamotta.
but the routine play to second base as we have got 3 up, 3 down in this inning.
Great job there by Richmond. Richmond came in that ending. You know, I was a little bit skeptical of the pitching change, especially with Neff the way he played, you know, in that first. But, hey, watch out for Subers. He comes in and lets loose here in this one.
In correction on myself, it was 4 up, 3 down on that one. But, hey, routine play to second base. Richmond's still looking good as they have got 3 goose eggs on the board for Siena to start this first third of the game out.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good way to start if you're Richmond. You got to like what you're seeing from on all fronts. I haven't seen a lack in their game, I guess you can say, so far.
And the funny thing is, you know, Richmond takes their starting pitcher out with the 3-run lead. And the starting pitcher for the Siena Saints is still in the game after giving up 3 runs.
Yeah. Like I said, I seen this once, and I was kind of surprised then, and I'm surprised about it now that they're doing it, unless they're just trying to get their pitchers some work here, and that's the only thing I can really think out of it.
I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping that Neff didn't hurt himself in those first 2 innings because it's not that common that you have a 3-run lead and you are out after 2 innings.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the 5th inning, and, you know, you're just trying to, you know, conserve them a little bit. But like I said, very intriguing move. And now I'm intrigued to see how long Subers will be out there.
Absolutely, because unfortunately, this is not Little League rules. Once you are out of the game, you cannot re-enter.
No, you cannot. But we got a good one here so far. Siena's definitely staying in the mix, and Jake Elberry makes his way back to the plate, a little 50.
With some old school 50 right there as well. I haven't heard this since like circa 2005.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I think I had just got out of high school when this 50 was dropping. So Jake Elberry at the plate.
And a shot
and
to right center field as he is on base, Darrell.
Elberry is 2 for 2 after that one. Got the RBI in the first inning, and now guess what? Just a little bit more wood.
He is looking at this weather right in his face and saying, not today, as I am on 2 times in a row.
I do not care. Oh, man. And Sprague Locke, is now at the plate here.
Good eye, and runner advances to second base on the pass ball.
Rosaskas has have to be thinking to himself, like, man, what else do I need to do here? But a runner on second. Sprague Locke is sitting at the plate. And this just might be a weird observation, but I was looking at some of their bats, and you can see some of the the damage these bats have taken. You know, definitely got some wear and tear on there.
Absolutely. Time to retire those units after this
game.
game.
Well, here we go.
Shot to third, checks the runner at second, on over to first for out number 1.
Great job there. Just a great job by Barbaro as he slings it over to first for the out, first out of the inning. So with 1 out, Richmond looking to maybe bring in another run here.
Ball down at the shoelaces for ball number 1.
And third baseman Jaffe is at the plate. So 1-0 pitch about to come up. We're sitting at 12:46. So 46 minutes into this game. We're here in the bottom of the third. 1 out, 1-0 pitch coming from Rosakis.
Good pitch for strike 2, and Jaffe came up this first at-bat, struck out his first time. And now with the 1-1 count, let's see if he can keep it going in a positive direction.
See if they can make it happen here. Elberry giving him a little
off the
pause
corner
for
of the bat down the right field line, and that is an out.
He's going to tag up.
Runner tags up, going to third base with 2 outs.
Oh, great job there by Elberry, being very aware And now advancing over to third with 2 outs.
Way to do your job there, Jaffe. Better than a strikeout, you still advanced your runner to
Facts.
third base.
And so now Gursky is coming up to the plate.
Breaking pitch for strike one, 0-1 count on the batter.
So Will Gursky.
The DH struck out in his last at-bat. Let's see if he can keep things going in a positive direction like the last batter.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch.
And that was a strike as well. That is the ball you need to take into the outfield, Darrell.
Yeah, you gotta smack that one.
0-2 count. When you get a breaking pitch that floats right there in the heart of the plate, it is time to take that unit to the outfield.
Let's see. Rozakis tries to do work here. He went back to the breaking pitch.
Breaking ball, Darrell, man.
Yeah. You saw the same thing.
Yeah.
I saw he went straight for it.
He already saw it, rung him up on the first two. Got to try to get him on the third one, and it definitely worked out in his favor as he grounded out to short for the third out of the inning.
And so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading to the top of the fourth here with Richmond with a 3-0 lead, only giving up 1 hit so far in this contest. Richmond has 7 hits in the contest. So a good start here for the Spiders.
48 minutes into this game, and we are already a third of the way through the baseball. Guys, we're listening to us pre-game time as we are now in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah. Thank you, baseball guys. I don't want to, maybe not too prematurely, because as one of our colleagues said before, he's like, wait a minute, man, don't be talking about the time. I'm like, yeah, I understand.
Absolutely.
We did, I think I did a game last year. It was like 4.5 hours, and it was it was a long game. But that's the game of baseball, man. Gotta love it.
We're going to need some more hot chocolate if that actually takes place
We
today.
need some hot chocolate. Because my hot chocolate right now is lukewarm. It might not even, it's not. That was me being kind. That was definitely me being kind.
Some iced chocolate out here at the booth.
Oh, goodness, that's great. Well, talk about some other things real quick while we got some time. Want to give a shout out to our guy Joey Raymond, covering some NCAA action today. I just got the message from him. He's like, Darrell, I'm heading to the arena. And so we got some greatness going on, man. You're one of your partners in crime over there on In or Out.
Shout out to my guy, Joseph, as he is a 15-time Vault of Fame inductee. Guys, you can check out episode 86 tonight as I'm pulling a triple header today. We're here live with Darrell. 5 o'clock, episode 14 of Sports Sensei's Unleashed, and episode 86 of the In or Out Sports Debate tonight at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time.
Full slate for Mr. Willingham, ladies and gentlemen. Full slate.
The grind is real, but you got to do what you can to make it out here in these streets.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. And now we have Camacho coming to the plate here for Siena.
That's another cool last name.
I know, man. Sean Camacho.
Channel the Randy Savage.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That one takes a bounce on the right side of the plate. So 1-1 count coming up. No outs here in the top of the fourth.
No gas yet. I've got a feeling we're going to see it on this pitch.
Oh, it's coming.
And I called it just right as it was down the shoelaces. 2-1 count on Camacho.
Super's got a lot of heat to. He's got a lot of heat in that arm.
Keep it coming as the heat has shifted away from our backs. It's down to 41 degrees, it feels like.
I think we did lose a degree in there. I think that wind picked up.
Up at the bridge of his nose for 3-1.
So hitters count coming up here for Camacho. See if he can get on base here. Only 1 hit so far for Siena. The 3-1 pitch. Woo.
Shot to center field, but it looks like it'll be roped in, as it is for out number 1.
So Richmond gets their first out here. Here in the top of the fourth. As Mathis was able to go over there and retrieve that one for Richmond. And now we get ready for the number 3 hitter for Siena, Barbaro.
Ooh, that was a nice breaking pitch right there, but it was just below the knees for ball 1.
Just a smidget. That was one of those ones I felt like it could have went anyway if they would have called it. I would have been all right with it.
Now that's a strike. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, he did a good job of framing that pitch.
Yeah, I would have gave it to him on that one.
So 2-0 pitch coming up for Subers.
Not forgiving on that one. Now that's a strike.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a makeup too. you got to give him the strike on that one.
2-1 count to the batter here.
1 out here in the top of the 4th.
That breeze needs to go away, Darrell.
You have
Take that
never
on
told a story, sir. And that one is up, Drew. That might be you.
Up
Drew, I'm not sure.
the fence.
And it is
Catcher moves for out number 2.
Good job there by Neff.
Good job, umpire, for getting in position as well, as we've got 2 outs down in the top of the 4th.
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know where that one was going. I thought it was coming your way, Drew. I was like, look, wait a minute. Drew's about to make a play on that.
I was ready. Mike was about to go down, but I'm glad that it didn't, as I'm frozen to this bench.
Drew was about to make a play on that bad boy. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Richmond up 3-0.
Number 4, Stewart, back at the dish. 1 hit so far in his lone at-bat in the previous at-bat. Let's see if he can make it 2 consecutive at-bats with 2 hits.
Yeah, Stewart had a very fun adventure on the base pass last time we were out there. Last time he was out there. So
nasty breaking pitch right there for the second strike, Darrell.
So 0-2 pitch coming up here for Subers. See if he can get Richmond out of the top of the 4th here unscathed.
That rat tail sticking out of the helmet, man.
It's beautiful.
Donate a little bit of mine to him a little bit. You know. It's about time to chop this weave.
Oh, man. I wish I had weave to chop. Those days are over.
It's about time to donate this unit. I'm ready to get back to my normal haircut.
Oh, man. Carl Winslow, and the ball is low for
the TV dad.
Yeah, the TV dad, man. Ball number 2, 2 outs. And Subers with an opportunity here to get Richmond out of the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch.
Bouncer down the right field line, but it is foul.
Stewart staying alive here for Siena. Two-two pitch. Subers looks in, lets loose, got
a
it.
Blazing strike 3.
And that will send us to the bottom of the 4th.
Just warm my feet up feeling that heat coming on down the strike zone, Darrell. As we got now, top of the 4th is done. We are now halfway through the game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, so far so good in this contest. Definitely good energy coming on both ends. Siena's, it doesn't feel like they're out of this. It just hasn't clicked yet, Drew.
For a level that does not utilize the pitch clock, definitely moving at a pretty fluid pace, I've got to say, as we now have a new pitcher. Number 28 is now on the mound for Siena.
So that's going to be a different change of pace here. That's Noah Wazorski. So Wazorski is now in the contest here for Siena. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Darrell Owens, Drew Willingham. We'll be back in just a little bit with a little bit more of this Richmond Spiders Siena Saints game in just a little bit.
You need a cake for a wedding or a birthday with amazing quality and affordable prices? Check out Tasty Cake Creations by Tasha Perry. Tasty Cake Creations specializes in pies, pecan, sweet potato, coconut, apple, cakes, cupcakes, specialty cakes, cake jars, and corn pudding, rice pudding, bread pudding, and much, much more. Contact her at 804-475-4245. In a Breeze Pressure Washing LLC for all your pressure washing needs. Cody Stewart will be there to pressure wash your cars, homes, garage, shed, porches, driveways, and decks. Contact Cody Stewart on the Facebook business page or by phone at 804-389-0389. Are you looking to travel for affordable prices? Catherine Hopkins of Academy Travel Affiliate can make that happen for you. Cruises, Disney, Universal, anywhere you can think of. Contact Catherine Hopkins at catherinehopkins.travel@gmail.com or at 804-306-07.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Bottom of the 4th. And Richmond is ready to get things going as we, of course, seen a change of pitcher.
We've got number 2, Kluska. The shortstop is back up, and in his lone at bat, he got a hit and got on base last time.
Wazorek. And Wazorek,
A shot to second base.
that's a nice little way to start off this ending for Siena. Nice way to get things going.
I disagree with swinging on that first pitch. I feel like with you having a 3-run lead, it's time to work this new pitcher a little bit. He should have taken the first pitch unless it was perfectly down the middle in order to see what this pitcher's all about.
And now we're back at the top here. That's Bill. Yep, Bill is back at the top here. So see what Bill can get going.
Just below the belt.
Bottom of the 4th. 1-0 pitch.
Just a bit outside for ball number 2.
Wazorek getting ready for the 2-0 pitch. Kicks, delivers.
And the Z-Man fires one in there, which was taken to center field for another hit.
Good job that by Bill. Bill has done a really good job so far in this contest.
This entire Richmond Spiders team has done pretty good. Like, it seems like almost everybody has gotten a hit except for the DH.
So now Bill is 2 for 3 on the day. And here comes his counterpart, another senior, Mr. Aiden Mathis.
Who has 2 hits in his 2 at-bats and scored a run as well.
See, that's what you want when the top of your lineup is producing like that. So you're looking at it right now, the top of your lineup is 4 for 5. and that's what you want right off the bat. No pun intended.
And he moves a little bit more on his lead there at first base, and he's going back.
Ooh. He was safe. He's safe.
I
Good
think
check there.
The
Good check.
Z-Man on the mound heard me.
Yeah, Z-Man was like, look, no, sir.
And yes, Wazurek, the pitcher, I'm calling him the Z-Man because it's a pretty sweet nickname.
It is. And why destroy his name? There's no need for any of that. No need for any of that.
Z-Man with another pickoff back to first base. Unsuccessful.
And Mathis getting set here.
Pretty sizable lead over back at first. Does not phase him.
Ooh, Wazorek's pitch is sent down the line, though, but it is foul. So 0-1 count coming up here with 1 out.
See if Beal makes a little bit more of a sizable lead again.
Now I'm intrigued by that too, but he's quick. I feel like
He's back and safe.
I think Z-Man has a reason to be worried. If Bill takes off, he's pretty quick.
He's trying to prevent the double play here, and I don't blame him for that, with there only being 1 out so far in this inning. If you get a pretty good jump over there at first base on a ground ball, you got a pretty good chance of breaking up that double play.
So the last pitch for the Z-Man there was a ball, so 1-1 count. And will Bill make the move? We're going to find out here in just a second.
Beal's lead, I tell you what, man, it's a gutsy lead he's got over there, but fouled on over to the third base side, bounces off the dugout and out of the stadium.
Yeah, I was wondering at first if Percival would have a chance at that. Then I saw it floating a little bit higher than normal. I'm like, nah, I don't think unless that man, and to quote the great movie Major League, unless he's got a rocket up his ass, he's not catching that. That was a quote.
Pickoff by the Z-Man. He is not taking his eyes off of Beal over there first base.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good job here by the Z-Man, because I think, you got to let Beal know, hey, look, I'm looking at you. Here's a 1-2 pitch.
Z-Man with some heat to the plate, but unfortunately it is now 2-2 for the batter.
So it's 2-2 pitch coming up here. They can get the double play and get out of this one. What a nice way to end the 4th for Siena. They can make this happen. Oh, and that one hits the dirt, but the opposite is going to happen. And Beal
easily makes it to second base as we now have a full count again.
That is full count number 8. Full count number 8. Now, that's not including how many pitches have happened on the full count, but this is just full count number 8 here. So
I'll have to say Z-Man is playing it smart with the long sleeves on the mound today.
Good move, Z-Man. Good move. Zork.
And ball 4 as we now have runners on first and second with only 1 out.
Oh, man, what a difference a couple pitches make. We were looking at a potential double play, went from double play to now 2 runners on the bag with a runner in scoring position.
One pitch can change the trajectory of this game. We could have a blowout on our hands here shortly.
Man, just one false move. You got to be careful if you're Siena.
And the catcher, Neff, is back, as the framework from the catcher didn't quite work as it's 1-0.
Yeah, Neff, the Neff brothers have had themselves a pretty good day today. As we got Jason here, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He's got 2 RBIs with a triple. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Got a piece of it, and it goes foul.
And that triple was what gave this team the 2-0 lead to start this game out as well.
Yes, Neff got every bit of that pitch. Right now, he's got a chance to add on to that RBI collection if he can put one in the gap. Or in this case, maybe down the line, the way that the outfield is aligned.
Beal takes off on another wild pitch by the Z-Man as we now have runners at second and third.
So look at that. We've got Mathis and Beal sitting nice and pretty on the base pads here. Beal at third, Mathis at second, and you got Neff, who's already got 2 RBIs, chopping at the bit to maybe make this a 4 RBI game. Only 1 out here for Richmond.
Second and third with that 1 out, 2-1 count. Let's see what they do with this situation right here.
Here's a pitch.
Just a bit outside again. 3-1.
Oh, man. Z-Man's got to be careful here. If he walks bases loaded, and you don't want that because that means Jake Elberry is coming around, and he's already 2 for 2.
On a 3-1 count, I feel like we're going to see some heat right here to try to balance this out a little bit. Nope, maybe not. Got him with the change.
Nice changeup.
Because he probably thought what I was thinking right there. The batter's going to be expecting some heat because he's been missing a little bit on the breaking pitches over the past few pitches.
Exactly.
Fools him with the changeup.
So guess what? Full count number 9.
And another one, but that's outside as we now have bases loaded for the first time this afternoon, Darrell.
That's true. And so Elberry is sitting behind. He's on deck right now, but we got Johnny Hipsman coming to the plate. And so Hipsman hoping to kind of get things going.
Pretty chill Friday night music.
I'm telling you, man, that is nice bar music right there.
Have a few cold ones by the bonfire. I'm feeling it right now.
I'm down for all of that.
Absolutely, we need to do that one day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Hipsman over 2.
That's way inside as we now have a 1-0 count on the batter.
And so Hipsman is trying to get it going here, 0 for 2 on the day. But I mean, what a way to open things up if he can get a piece of it here.
And fouled off by the batter, Hippie.
So we're 1 out here. 1-1 pitch about to come up for Johnny Hipsman. See if Zork can make something happen. Here's the pitch.
And down at the shins on the inside. That is ball 2. 2-1.
So 2-1 count, man. I mean, Hipson's got a chance. It's in his favor right now.
And Z-Man's got the play thing on his hip as well. It must be the Siena Saints thing.
It's a very interesting thing. I've never seen that on the baseball front. Oh, that's going to bring in a run.
Runner comes home.
And there goes Bill.
Beal comes in 4-0. Our score now, Darrell.
Oh, man. Bill came in at the right time. You know, and that speed, once I knew that ball was getting passed, I was like, Bill scoring. That's definitely going to happen with his speed on the base pads.
Absolutely. Shifts the runners over from first to second to now second and third as well. The damage is definitely taking effect on this Saints team.
3-1 count. And right back to bases loaded.
Another walk is for the second time this afternoon. We now have bases loaded.
But this is what you don't want, because coming back with the great 50 Cent music, ladies and gentlemen, is Jake Elberry.
Absolutely. Circa 2005, the Z-Man not having a good time on the mound right now.
Yeah, I would be a little bit worried because Elberry is having himself a pretty good day so far, being 2 for 2.
And he's already at 23 pitches in this inning, Darrell. That's a lot of pitches in one inning.
That is.
Now
And
24 is a pass ball.
No,
Runner comes home. We have got a 5-0 lead for the Richmond Spiders.
Here's the crazy thing about that. The ball bounced back where they still could have made a play on it, but it just bounced in a weird way, and he just wasn't able to get there, and Mathis comes in and scores.
And again, we have a situation where we have a pass ball on the bases loaded. Runner comes home. Runners now move to second and third. Z-Man appears to be coming out of the game with the Spiders up 5-0.
Oh, man, that's a tough inning for Z-Man. I mean, he comes in and gives up 2, and that's just not what you were hoping for. And right now, Richmond is in a really good spot, and they have a new pitcher coming into the contest here for Siena.
Only pitching a third of an inning, that is tough.
That's
and
a tough
especially if this pitcher gives up these next 2 runners on base, those are credited to the previous pitcher as well, who could potentially give up 4 runs in 1 inning.
It's always been the tough part about baseball. it's like, hey man, I didn't give up that hit, man. But you got us there. But you got us there. So
baseball is a very transparent game. It is not a forgiving game as well. You get what you can take. And in this situation, it looks like the Richmond Spiders may be taking quite a bit.
So number 32, Billy Rice. Oh man, Billy Rice. Now, not trying to trash my man's name, but doesn't that feel like a great baseball name movie? Like, it's like, man, you ever heard about Billy Rice played down there in Toledo? Like, yo, Billy Rice is one of the best of all time. But Billy Rice is coming in to pitch for Siena.
With a baseball-like haircut, looking like Wild Thing from the Cleveland Indians back in Major League, the original Major League.
I love it. Look at it. I love it. Absolutely love it. So while he's warming up, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all for tuning in to Legacy Maker Sports Network. We'll be back in just a second here as he continues to get himself ready for his appearance here in the bottom of the 4th. I'm Darrell Owens alongside Mr. Drew Willingham. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Let Stephanie Taylor of Hometown Realty help you take your first step of making your dream a reality and say yes to the address. Contact her at 804-852-5045 or by email at smtaylor804@gmail.com. Do you need an expert music producer for instrumentals, beats, for podcasts, commercials, or even your own songs? Contact A-Biz Productions via email at adb2keys, that's the number 2, at yahoo.com. If you found yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and you'll be hooked. Contact us at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Cleveland's Auto Repair. Looking for everyday maintenance, such as oil changes, brakes, tune-ups, or even a diagnostic type of work? Contact Cleveland Auto Repair today at 804-350-0459. Are you tired of your lipstick smearing when you kiss or drink coffee? Contact Lip Sense agent Becca Cottingham for all your lipstick and lip gloss needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back as Billy Rice is in pitching for Siena, and Jake Elberry here with the 1-0 count.
And hopefully his appearance can be as epic as his name as he throws a ball 1 to this first batter that he faces.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said beforehand, I love the name because it just feels like an old school baseball movie name. I don't know what it is. I love the vibe on it. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Runners on
and old
third.
Billy's got some heat on him as well.
Yeah, man, Billy came to play here on the first strike.
With the Wild Thing haircut as well from Major League.
I love it. That's what I love about baseball. That's what I love about baseball. 2-1 pitch coming up. Runners on third and second. Rice kicks and delivers.
Ball just a bit low. We now have a 3-1 count. Can we see bases loaded for the third time this inning?
Man, if you're Siena, you don't want that at all. Sprague Lott is sitting on deck. And Sprague Lottie right now is 0 for 1 on the day, but he can hit the baseball, so you you got to be careful.
And a shot as it's fouled off.
Another one looking for the pond out there.
Billy Rice came in there with the heat, messed with that batter a little bit as we now have a full count.
See what Billy Rice can.
Billy Rice with the play calling thing too. It definitely is a Saints thing to have that.
First time I've seen it. First time I've seen it in baseball.
Yeah, same here. I've never seen it before in my life, all 36 years. And a ball by Billy Rice. Bases loaded for the third time this inning, Darrell.
You got to find a way to stop the bleeding if you're Siena right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Sprague Lott gets this in a gap, this is going to get real. I mean, it's not pretty right now, but it could get real ugly if he gets anything in the gap.
Unfortunately, the Saints are showing their 2-15 record in this current moment.
Yeah, it's a little rough right here. See if they can figure it out, though. Rice looking in.
Beals for a strike. Good call by the umpire as we now have an 0-1 count.
Yeah, I mean, you got to love, when you're Billy Rice, I would say you got to stay confident in this situation. And you almost got to, you hate to say you got to block out the base runners, but you kind of do when it's in a bases loaded situation. You just know the players at any play. I mean, at any plate at this point. So, any base, I should say.
Pitch. And for you to do that with bases loaded, to get an 0-2 count, that goes to show your awareness right now and that you've got control of your pitches. You're definitely showing great command in this moment.
And the players at any base here, I mean, just imagine a double play where this bases loaded is for nothing. They can get a double. Here's 0-2 pitch.
Ooh, that looked like a Mark Wohlers pitch as it went onto the outside.
Good stop there by Percival.
Remember Mark Wohlers?
Yeah.
Atlanta Braves, World Series champion,
Man,
then lost his control at the end of his career, throwing completely wild pitches. That was what I saw when I saw that ball one right there.
I have not heard that name in a long time. Mark Wohlers. Oh, man.
As an Atlanta Braves fan, I can never forget the highs and the epic lows of one Mark Wohlers.
Oh, man.
Just again with another ball off of the plate.
That's just like the John Rocker days in Atlanta.
Yes.
John Rocker had a different type of energy.
The sad moment was the Wohlers and the Rocker situation happened pretty close to each other as well in the late 90s.
Oh, man. John Rocker come running out to the field. It's like, he's going to come and do his thing. Just unfortunately, some other things derailed his career.
Yes.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
The gas and the pass ball. We have another runner scoring a 6-0 lead.
Unbelievable. This is just a great job by Richmond just being aware. Now they're up 6-0.
3 times in one inning, we have the bases loaded. 3 times in the same inning with the bases loaded, we have a pass ball for a score. 3 runs off of pass balls with bases loaded this inning.
It's amazing, right? It's been amazing.
And now you have a full count.
And full count number 10.
Can we see this? Can we see this again with ball 4?
Can Rice stop something here?
Epic name, epic pitch coming, and it's a foul ball.
Man, let me tell you. If he'd got the right piece of that. Oh, man, that one goes foul.
Right piece of that. We could have had 9-0 ball game.
Yeah.
6-0 full count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
And Siena, unfortunately, right now only has 1 hit on their side. Richmond has 8. And he takes that one.
But it's only 1 out. This could be enough to get another runner home, and it will be as the runner tags up. Ball to the pitcher, and we have a football score now here, Darrell, 7-0.
Yeah, Castronova was able to get it in to stop some of the bleeding on that one, but nevertheless, another run here for Richmond. 7-0.
And the sad thing is, like we were talking about earlier, those 2 runs that just scored are attributed to the Z-Man. Billy Rice still has a 0 ERA of the day.
All right, so now if you're Rice, you got to be like, all right, okay. This is on me now. I got to be careful.
But if this runner at third base scores, then it changes the trajectory of that. Good call by the umpire, as it is 1-0 here to start out with this batter as well.
So Rice right now, laboring a little bit here. He did finally get another out here. It's second. It's 2 outs here, 1-0 count coming up for Jaffe.
Who's been struggling in the 2 at-bats that he's been up to the plate. He has not produced a hit and has a strikeout within those 2 at-bats as well. So he needs to change things up right now to get that runner in off of third base.
And what's better than just, getting a base hit here and getting an RBI? Change your fortune here if you are Jaffe.
And the wind heard me giving praise to the baseball gods as we now are getting beat down by the wind.
Yeah, that wind came out of nowhere. And that one's low for a ball.
Billy Rice now with a 2-1 count on the batter. Let's see what he does to switch things up for the next pitch, for the 4th pitch of this at-bat.
So the runner's sitting at third, hoping that Jaffe can bring him home. Time 1:17 here as we a little bit closer to that 5th inning. Can Siena get us there? Let's see. Here's the pitch.
And it's straight up to the outfield. It looks like the shortstop might have a play on it. He's calling off of his left fielder. And
he
drops
dropped
the
it.
ball.
Oh, no. And the run will score.
Wow.
Wow, I did not see that one coming.
To the fans on the other end who are listening in on that, sorry for getting a little bit animated, but I did not anticipate that easy catch to be dropped.
Yeah,
in the
well,
outfield.
I don't think none of us saw that coming. But there was a little confusion. You could see between short and left field. They were kind of debating it, and then the left field at the last second kind of pulled off away from it, and then we got a drop ball, baseball.
Situations like that, communication is key. As that error now produces another run. Richmond up 8-0.
Man, that's tough. Will Gursky at the plate here.
Billy Rice with the fire right there to get strike 1 on the next batter.
Still a runner on here, as we have a runner on second. Jaffe is at second base.
Gursky in his 2 at-bats, just like the previous batter, has not gotten a hit until now. He hits to the outfield, and it'll bring another run home as we now have a play at the plate, but a run scores.
Jaffe gets in, and just like that, 9-0 on 9 hits.
6 runs this inning, Darrell. We had a 3-0 game, just double produced to get 6 runs, now up 9-0.
The whole aspect is changing, and now we have the manager coming out as I think we may have seen the end of Billy Rice for the day.
Epic name couldn't get the epic results as he has given up 2 earned runs himself. Well, actually, no, 1 because 1 was an error. So still not that great of an outing for Billy Rice.
Tough deal for Billy Rice. And Siena just trying to get out of this inning, and it's 2 outs, and it just hasn't happened yet. And Richmond continues to build as Kaluska will be heading to the plate here for Richmond as we see a new pitcher. And
even though the song Beautiful Day by U2 is playing right now,
it is not a beautiful day.
The skies are clear. The weather is not participating as well as we would hope as it is in the 40s. However, it is a beautiful day for the Richmond Spiders as they are up 9-0.
So it looks like we may have number 29, Ramsey Collins. I believe that's who we have coming in. I can't quite make out if that's a 9 or not. I know I see the 2. But he won't turn. Oh yeah, it is. So that we got Ramsey Collins coming in here for Siena, and the lefty. Okay, I got it right. Good job. Ramsey Collins is going to come in and warm up here. What are your thoughts, my man? As once again we see another pitching change for Siena.
Well, my number 1 thought is look at the glove my man is using on that. That thing glows in the dark, Darrell. That thing has got some like neon colors on that thing. Must be playing baseball in the dark. Now, if he can play baseball in the dark, you know his skills are going to be pretty good out here on this mound.
That's what I would be thinking too. And here it could be another thing. Maybe it could be. I know teal is a big color for ovarian cancer. Who knows? But what I will say, though, if he's playing baseball in the dark, he's got to be ready for this, Drew.
Absolutely. And when you've made this many pitching changes in this inning, you've got to go with somebody who has that kind of level of expertise, who can play in the dark.
Yeah, so this is our 3rd pitcher in this inning, and hopefully things will change here, but it has not looked good.
If he keeps throwing pitches like that last warm-up pitch, we are in for another extended long inning. As he continues to peel out there with those practice pitches, Darrell, I'm not too sure how strong I'm feeling about the glow-in-the-dark glove as he is having problems locating the strike zone.
That's not what you want at all. That is not what you're hoping for at all in that scenario or in that situation. But we'll see. We'll see what Mr. Collins can do.
The warm-up pitches are over for Collins. He will see his first batter, 2 down here in the.
Here for Collins. Looks in.
Collins with the breaking pitch, but it is a ball for 1-1.
The runner's on second and first, and let's see if Richmond can continue to crank this thing up. Another run puts Siena in a pretty bad spot.
Ball in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher to keep the runners but still at first and second.
Bill was looking like, look, I did not swing. Whatever you think you saw, I did not swing.
Bill was the one that started the damage this inning.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to see if he's still got some gas in the tank to keep this inning going. And another ball in the dirt. Looks like the runners are going to advance again as we have runners at second and third.
And so now looking like that, Richmond is once again in another scoring position. The way this game was starting, even with the 3-0 lead, I felt like, okay, this is going to be a tight one throughout. And then just like that, boom, Richmond has just opened this bad boy up. So 2-0. Excuse me, 2-0 count. I was looking at the wrong thing. 2-0 count here, and we got 2 runners on with a 9-0 lead, Drew.
The deck is stacked perfectly for Beal with the 2-0 count. And nice pitch in there for strike 1 Collins gets. As now Beal's going to be wondering what the next pitch will be. As again, another pitcher with the play calls on his belt.
So here we go. And that's the thing that's still kind of baffling me. I've just the quarterback mentality for the pitcher has got me very intrigued. And that one goes loose
again. No, he stays at third base.
He decided to stay. I think he could have got it.
Yeah, but the ricochet off of the backstop, though, the ball is a little bit closer than the previous pass balls. I respect him for staying at third base.
And
I know I couldn't get it across.
Look, let me tell you something. These knees, no, sir. Not at all.
The knees are not as springy as they used to be.
Here comes a 3-1 pitch coming up. Still just need that one out. Ooh,
yep, that's a good call right there. We've got another strike, another full count, Darrell.
Number 11. That's number 11. We've been counting the full counts here. We're at 11.
Whew. Does Beal extend this inning, or does he take another strike for strike 3?
And just like that, the base is loaded again.
Another walk, Darrell, for the 4th time this inning. For the 4th time, we have now seen bases loaded. Will we see for the 4th time a pass ball scoring a run with the bases loaded? That will be a question. It'll be yet to be determined. As we now see the top of the lineup up again for the 4th at bat of the game.
I mean, that's the part that's got me kind of like, baffled. I mean, I'm still very intrigued on how this has went down. But here we go. Mathis with the bases loaded. Yep. Not the guy you wanted at the plate if you are Siena.
Strike call on Mathis. In his 3 at-bats, he has 2 hits, 2 runs, as well as a walk. So definitely keeping things going strong here for the Richmond Spiders.
Yeah, so Richmond's got to be happy right now what they're seeing. Just got to be happy.
Ball in the dirt as we now have a 1-1 count.
So here we are, 1-1, 2 outs, and they just need one, Drew. They just need one.
It only takes one, but they have been giving up some runs so far with 2 outs as well.
It's been a long inning. I don't know the time on the inning, but we got to be sitting at 40 minutes, if not close.
Yep, because it was it's pretty close.
Oh, that's deep, and that is
just foul. We almost had a grand slam. Could you imagine having a 13-0 lead with still 2 outs?
With 2 outs, and if that would have was a grand slam,
And we started this inning with a 3-0 game.
Yeah, and if you that's the crazy thing about it. To put up would have been able to put up a 10-run spot in the fourth inning.
1-2 count. Let's see what he does with it.
Here goes the pitch. Ooh.
Finally,
Seductive. Seductive swing. He got him and finally drew there out of the inning.
used the breaking pitch to his advantage in the right play call, because there have been several moments where we've had a 2-0 count, a 2-1 count. He was using the breaking ball and it wasn't working out in his favor. Finally, with 2 strikes, used the breaking ball after giving up a long foul, and it worked out in his favor to where we now finally get out of the 4th inning.
Man, it was, you know what, and you know what, I think we jinxed it. We talked about, it's moving right along, and there it was. The baseball guy said, "What did you say about me?" I got something for you.
Facts. However, what just transpired in the 4th inning does help it move a little bit faster, because if they score a few more runs and the other team doesn't score any, we will probably see a 7-inning game today.
Yeah, and so that's what we're kind of looking at this moment, unless Siena can catch fire. But Richmond has been cruising right now. They look good from top to bottom. Now, every pitcher that's been in the game, they've had the 2 pitchers in. Neff looked great at the beginning. Subers is, been, looking good when he's in. Now, here's the thing, though. Subers has been chilling for a little bit because, hey, Richmond is offense did their thing in the last inning. So now you got to see if, that time off will affect them any.
Yeah, I mean, with the Saints being out in the field as long as they did, they were out in the field for 35 minutes. I looked it up. It was 12:55 when we started the top of the 4th, or the bottom of the 4th, and to go 35 minutes in the field, it affects both teams. When you got one team that's sitting the bench for that amount of time, for a half an hour, and you got another team in the field, it can equally affect both teams in a negative way.
It can. So we're going to see if the Siena bats can get going here as D. Nicola will come to the plate. Vincent D. Nicola waiting for this first pitch. He gets a piece of that, and that is going to drop.
Yes. That's going to be at least a double. They get the ball in, and that will be a double for D. Nicola.
Wait a minute here. Nice job by D. Nicola to get things rolling. Bill was able to get it in before any more damage was done on there. But, whoa, okay, Siena with a nice little start here.
D. Nicola shows up and says, "Not in your house is I'm going to come up here and take it to the outfield for a double."
Yeah, nicely done there by D. Nicola. And now we have Castronova coming to the plate.
Now the question is going to be, will we see some more gas from our guy out here on the mound?
I think it's going to come. I mean, you almost have to. You want to see if he can continue to bring that heat, especially he's been sitting, and that's the one thing that I'm a little worried about if you're Richmond. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't warming up or anything, but more likely he was sitting that entire time.
Because just you and I sitting here with a jacket on does not keep us warm.
Nope.
So
I know my arm would be trash right now if I was out there trying to do.
Be snapping twigs about
yeah, man. It wouldn't be pretty.
The
1-0 pitch coming up with Subers.
Ooh, he broke on that one. That's got to be up. That's a strike. Good call by the umpire.
We don't have a gun, radar gun, but that felt like 89, 91.
Have to make friends with that guy over there with the radar gun and ask him what is going on with our guy here on the mound. And the breaking pitch in there beautifully for strike 2.
Nicely done. So right now, 1-2 pitch coming up. No outs. Subers looks at the runner in second. Looks in, shoots.
And the gas for
Strikes
strike 3.
Just like that. And so Percival making his way to the plate. Lewis Percival.
May or may not be the descendant of Troy, but is still out here doing the best he can to live up to the name.
Yes, because you don't see a lot of Percivals, so they got to be cousins somewhere.
Long distant, short distant, who knows? But they definitely have a cool last name. And that pitch was nasty, Darrell, as it came in for 0-1 count.
It's a great all-speed pitch there by Subers. Great all-speed pitch. Right on the inside corner. Beautifully done.
Let's see what he comes back with. I got to think he's going to come back with some gas on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. just a bit outside, though.
So we've got a 1-1 count here with a 1 out, runner on second. And Erickson is on deck here for Siena. Subers looking in. Has a pitch he wants.
Time for the heat. Come on, Subers.
Kicks and lets
And
loose.
he brings it.
A little high for ball two.
Little bit high, though. But I'm telling you what, that heat that just came across gave us a little bit extra over here. I'm definitely loving it out here on this field.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely feel the difference. I think need that sun to stay just the way it is, though. Please.
Yes, son, stay right there. And some more gas for strike two. 2-2 count on the batter.
Great pitch by Subers. Great pitch. 2-2 pitch.
Doesn't look like the time off affected him that much, so he's definitely working this batter right now.
I think it might have got him on the first at bat.
Yes.
But I think now he's like, all right, I'm back.
Yeah, he's dialed in now. He's ready to go.
I think I'm back now. 2-2 pitch coming up here for Subers. Looks at second.
Gas again, but up at the top of the chest for ball three. Another full count.
Full count number 12 coming up.
At least they're in a better position with this full count than the other team was previously.
Yeah. Subers looks in.
And the ball just low down at the shins for ball four, as we now have runners at first and second.
Yeah, there was a fan that was not happy about that call. I heard a very distinctive, what you talking about there?
At least with this weather, we don't have many fans maybe tipping the sauce, so we're not going to hear too much belligerent action.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing.
Give it a month or so, that might change, but in this weather, not today.
And strike number one.
Good pitch by Subers in the breaking action to get an 0-1 count.
Runners on second and first. This might be the most base runners Siena had all day. Subers looks, shoots it in.
Ooh, that was a beautiful pitch right there for 0-2.
That was a great off-speed pitch, man.
Gotta get the bat off the shoulder if you're the batter in there. On a pitch like that, that could have been smoked to opposite field if you played it just right.
0-2 pitch coming up, Subers. Checks the runner, looks in.
And just outside, but came back with the gas on the 0-2 count.
One fan was just like, they're in disbelief. That was beautiful, was a quote from the fan. 1-2 pitch coming up.
I liked it too, but
but you know, hey.
Hey, the batter didn't like what we had to say right there as he fouls it off right towards our noggin as we are saved by net.
I'm good to know that my reflexes were ready.
He still got it.
I was like, you know, my hands in my pocket. I was like, just don't get hit. Even with the net there, just don't get hit. 1-2 pitch coming up, 1 out. Subers
got to come back with something off speed right here, I feel like. If he comes back with something off speed, he can ring up this batter. No, he actually fires in the heat again, just up high for a 2-2 count, Darrell.
So, yeah, now we're looking at 2-2 count coming up here with 1 out. And now, just a little bit, Richmond, a little bit of struggle in this inning. Just a little bit. See if they can change things a little bit. Still got a 9-0 lead, so not in the best. Ooh.
Wow, the heat by Subers to get out number 2, back-to-back strikeouts, man.
Man, that felt really good. Really good job by Subers. Knew which pitch he had to go with on that one. Used a little bit of the gas, went a little high, a smidge high with it. Gets the batter out, and now we got 2 outs with 2 runners on.
You notice something with Richmond, too, comparing to the Saints, is all Saints pitchers are wearing long sleeves, and Richmond is not.
Nope.
They are some tough guys out here in the street.
I think I may see like maybe 1 or 2 that have it. Everybody else has got short sleeves. They're like, cold weather, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not Richmond bred.
We got some Alaskan-born players out here, I'm telling you.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Subers.
Ooh, I like that pitch. Right on the corner. Right at the knees for strike 2.
Man, Subers is cranking it up now. I guess, like I said, he's gotten back in his groove. Things are looking good.
He is not playing around. He is ready to go sit back down again.
I go rest my arm a little bit more.
Yeah.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Subers
Gas
got
for
him.
strike three.
Got
Got him looking.
Woo!
Sitting up. Ever since giving up the double, he strikes out back to back to back.
Man,
3 strikeouts for Subers to get out of this top of the 5th inning.
that last pitch was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
When you look at the scoreboard right now, Darrell, it is absolute dominance. Siena, no runs on 2 hits and 1 error that they had in left field. And the Richmond Spiders, 9 runs on 10 hits. They are definitely doing a great job of putting the ball in play today.
That is the production that you want to see. And when you're seeing that type of production, you know, it makes things a little bit easier. And I'm going to throw this out there now. Do not be surprised if we don't see Subers in the next inning. I'm almost 100% in my heart that I don't think that we're going to see Subers in the next inning. We may, but, you know, I like what I see so far. Richmond continues to work the mound beautifully. The defense has been on point, maybe except for the 1 double in the corner. But even with that, it was just a great hit. Siena is in trouble right now.
Absolutely.
And in big trouble, and they've got to figure it out. And I'm a little worried, Drew, going into this inning, the way things left off. Hopefully, Ramsey Collins can maybe get something going for Siena, but we'll see.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how things work out on this field, but Subers, I feel like, definitely earned the right to come back out again in the 6th inning, considering he mowed down the last 3 on strikeouts.
Yeah, I think that he did a really good job, and I think it'll be important to kind of keep that momentum going. But I really do think it may have something to do with how long this inning goes, or this half of the inning goes, because he was able to come out. It was a little rusty, but then he kicked it up. We'll see. We'll see how things go here. As we'll see if Collins can, get Richmond in and out, and we'll move on to the 6th inning. We'll see.
The glow-in-the-dark glove didn't work out for him in the last inning. Let's see if things pan out differently here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, we got to see if that's going to change just a little bit. All right, so Jason Neff coming to the plate. Neff, who we talked about how good of a day he's had so far. 2 RBIs, 1 for 2 on the day. With that triple, yeah,
the triple was big earlier in the beginning of the game, getting those first 2 runs across.
Here's the pitch.
And tried to frame it right there by the catcher, but he moved it up probably about 3 to 4 inches. You're never going to get that strike.
Yeah, I give him effort on the frame, though.
Yeah, give him the effort, but your umpire definitely not going to call it on that one as much as he moved that glove up.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Collins. Ooh, inside for ball number 2.
Definitely inside. Definitely some mind games are going on. Looking down at the play call sheet on his belt, still baffled at how this is transpiring with the Saints.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely a different method. Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
Bounces off the plate.
I'm best your AstroTurf because it's not real dirt.
Astro dirt.
I like that. AstroDirt.
Yeah.
AstroDirt. Here comes a 3-0 pitch coming up here from Collins. And once again, pitching woes are hurting Siena. Nice pitch.
That's definitely going to be a strike every day of the week. Good pitch there by Collins.
Collins looking here with 3-1 count with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Collins back in the Astro dirt as he gives up a walk. We have a runner on first base now.
Man, that Astro dirt, I'm telling you, it's just different out there.
Number 10, Jake Sapolsky.
So Jake Topolsky is now in. He's pinch hitting. So
Pinch hitting for Hipsman.
Yeah. Hipsman didn't have quite the best day for himself.
He did not. He did in 3 at-bats. He did have a walk and scored a run during that walk. But other than that, the other 2 at-bats that he had did not put the ball in play enough to make things happen in order to stay in the game.
Yeah, so see if Topolsky, what he can do, as he's got a runner on first here with a 1-0 pitch coming up.
And we got a ball in foul play.
That skyrockets towards the building back behind us.
And it hit the building.
Yeah, somebody's, well, it's Sunday, so maybe nobody's in class.
Let's hope not.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch.
Because that would definitely be a situation where you would enter the boom shakalaka.
Yeah, I would have been a little bit worried.
And we have another one in almost the exact same spot.
Oh, look at that. Now you got to like that strategy.
You got to have the coops to get in.
Hey, you get a coupon if you go get the foul ball that goes loose and brings it back. That's a good incentive for the fans out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would be collecting coupons all day.
Yes. Off the Astro dirt as we have a runner that goes to second base. Winding around to look at the catcher. But the catcher, I feel bad for this catcher on the Saints, Darrell.
Yeah.
He has been moving around all day long. There's been so many passed balls by these Saints pitchers.
Yeah.
He's going to be worn out on the back of that bus today.
Percival has done it. He's made some good, made some good plays behind the plate, trying to make some stops there. But it's been a really rough deal for him today. Here goes the 2-2 pitch.
And a shot in the gap.
Oh, that's going to bring in a run.
Short and second. We have a runner coming to the plate. 10-0, Darrell.
So Jason Neff comes in and scores, and Topolsky, look at that pinch hit RBI there to make this a 10-0 game.
This game is only 104 minutes old, and we are already in the bottom of the fifth with a 10-0 lead for the Spiders on 11 hits for this team.
Amazing. No outs right now with a run on, and guess who's back up? Jake Elberry. We heard the 50 Cent music, so it can only be one person.
We need him to have the Slim Shady song, Guess Who's Back again when he comes back. 'Cause, if he would have stayed right there, no, he did get hit. But if he would have stayed right there, he would have definitely got plunked. But now we have runners on first and second as Collins goes wild.
I'm a little concerned that I don't know how deep Siena wants to use their pitching pitching staff today, but things are not looking too hot. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another pitching change here.
They've already utilized half of their pitching staff, it seems like.
Yeah.
So who else do you really have? You're in a dangerous situation here in the bottom of the fifth. We don't even know how much more pitching you have left.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that if they have to go too deep into that staff today, but we'll see. Inside for a ball.
Is not looking good for our glow-in-the-dark glove friend over there on the mound. Checking his play call sheet and back of the dish.
Here comes a 1-0 pitch from Collins.
Ooh, a shot again. Shortstop picks it up, goes for second, but it is dropped.
Man. It was a great effort, though.
It was.
Definitely a great effort there by Hen. He just couldn't get it.
Bases are loaded for the fifth time in this contest, Darrell.
Yeah, and then we're looking at Jaffe. Jaffe, who in his last at bat got himself an RBI. So here we go. He's actually they had to run a score on the error because of Jaffe's shot to the outfield, and he ended up getting to second base. So we're going to see, and we have a pitching change.
Absolutely, and with another pitching change now in this point of the game for the fifth different pitcher to come into this game. You have no outs in the bottom of the fifth. 10-run game, bases loaded again, and they're trying to prevent another pass ball score again for the fifth time potential.
Yeah, so we're looking at Richie Paltridge coming into the game. So Paltridge is going to come in and be the pitcher here for Siena. Look at that. I got it right. Yay. I'm not going to lie to you. There'll be a couple times I see some names. I'm like, all right, I want to make sure that we do it right. And then the PA announcer clarifies and makes me feel happy inside. So Paltridge will warm up here for this Siena team. And 10-0, 11 hits so far for Richmond, and still have a runner on in Elberry. It's a little rough out there for Siena.
And now to have another left-handed pitcher, it looks like he got the same glove as our last guy, Collins, from the same exact location.
He's got it's a smidge darker, just a smidge. It's not a lot. It's just a smidge darker.
But you know that unit will still glow in the dark.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And we're going to see. We're going to see what he can do here. And, oh, man, this has been real rough for Siena.
Feeling bad for them, but when you look at the record that we saw previously coming into this game, this does not surprise me whatsoever.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. Well, I mean, right now, like I said, they're still just looking for their third win, and we're in game number 18, so it's a little rough here for Siena. Now, while we're waiting, Drew, quick thoughts on tonight's show, episode 86, in or out. Give us a little insight on it.
Cool McCain of the Eagles Elite Podcast will be joining me for the first time. A guy who works directly with Snowman in the Morning, who I've had a few encounters with there as well. Definitely looking forward to see what he has to say. We're going to be talking a little bit of Eagles baseball, Eagles football, a little bit of XFL, the DC Defenders, who is the greatest athlete to ever wear the number 86 of all time, and much more. So, guys, 8:05 p.m. Eastern time tonight, only on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Man, now you got me wondering who I think the greatest 86 of all time is. There's only one name that comes apart, but he's not the greatest, I don't think. But
Thinking Hines Ward.
Oh, see, okay, I wasn't thinking Hines Ward. I was thinking, I went straight to the Packers on that one. I was thinking, Robert Freeman. Antonio Freeman. Yeah. So, but he's not the greatest. But Hines Ward's a really good one. Hines Ward's a really good one. So here we go, 10-0. 1-1 pitch coming up. Paltridge.
And a shot to center field. Looks like it could be a can of corn for the center fielder if he can block the sun out. And he does not.
No!
Ah, didn't mean to jinx my
And
man.
one run will score. Make it 2 runs will score as Elbury comes in.
12-0. And just like I called it, it's tough out there in the outfield, especially on a day like this where the sun is really out and beaming down on you. He sticks the glove up to try to block the sun, and unfortunately could not block it just enough as he causes another error for the Siena Saints to give up 2 runs. They are up 12-0, the Richmond Spiders are.
Now, the sun has been very beneficial to me and you right now.
Yes.
But like you said, that's a tough one, and we've all been in that situation for guys who have played. It is tough when the sun is right out there trying to make a play like that. So here we are, 12-0 Richmond.
And the Spiders have already accumulated half of the amount of runs they had in the previous inning. Within the past 2 innings, this team has scored 9 runs and now up 12-0.
It's amazing. I mean, so far this weekend, and when you look at it, they have scored 23 runs in 3 games.
And a pitch finally from our teal glove friend out there on the mound with a very epic number, Nolan Ryan's number he's wearing, 34.
I like the 34. If you're going outside of that, you can think Shaq with the Lakers.
Yes.
So Paul Pierce, and throwing that out there just
Kerry
just for
Wood,
fun.
20 strikeout in a game in 1998 with the Chicago Cubs, had 20 strikeouts, tying the record for most strikeouts in a game.
God, I remember that game like it was yesterday. I think they were playing the Astros, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. It was the same year that the position player of third base, Gary Gaetti, got to pitch a couple games.
Oh, Gary Gaetti.
That name still sticks with you.
Oh, my goodness. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
That's when you know you've been watching baseball
Oh,
for
a long
quite some time.
Gary Gaetti. Him and Kim Caminetti.
Yes. Cammy got in trouble.
Yeah, man.
It was
God rest
sad.
his soul. I think Caminetti died a couple years ago.
Did.
So, I mean, it's really interesting. I do remember that game, though. Man, that Kerry Wood game was amazing.
On a lighter note, I believe Gaetti's coaching.
Is he?
I believe he was managing. I don't think he's like a Major League Baseball manager, but the last time I checked, I believe he was managing in the minor leagues.
I just love great baseball last names, and Gaetti is one of them.
Absolutely.
And there's the first pitch for ball number 1. Bases loaded once again, Drew.
For the 27th time, it feels like.
Man,
Is it 13, 14 times now?
Yeah, it's up there quite a bit.
It's happened so many times. We're losing count out here in this field.
Here comes a 1-0 pitch.
And he gets a strike.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I really thought the ump was not gonna go with a strike on that one. I thought he was gonna call ball, but he just.
I think he's ready for some cocoa.
I think I'm a little low. And that one takes a bounce, and another one will score.
Ball on bases loaded, man. 13-0, Richmond Spiders.
Man, I won't lie to you. I did not think it was gonna be this today. I thought, maybe 7-2 or something in that range. I thought Richmond would win the contest if I had to give you my prediction, but I did not see this onslaught. here in this contest on Sunday.
I was kind of leery on giving it a prediction because I've been so far removed from college baseball for the past 4 years. In all honesty, like we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast, it was 3 years ago on the day where I was last here at a Richmond Spiders game. The previous players had gone; they're not here anymore, and I didn't want to give a prediction, and I'm glad I didn't because I would have been completely wrong if I did.
Been off. Oh, here's a strike. Great job there, and he is out. That's the first out of the inning for Siena.
Finally, as that breeze comes through right now, the non-forgiving breeze. I'm glad I kept my beard, as it is definitely feeling good in this moment.
Man, and it looks like we got Bill back at the plate. Bill is 2 for 3 on the day, and he's been walked once.
Producing 2 runs as well. Beal has definitely been a big benefactor of this team.
And ball number 2.
2-0 on Beal. Will we see bases loaded again for the 14th time?
I'm going to ask you this as a coaching perspective. When your team is struggling on the mound like this, what do you say to you guys when the struggle is like this?
Sometimes in moments like these, you can't even really say anything. You kind of just have to let it play out. The manager itself, maybe not say so much, but you got bench coaches there for a reason who can help encourage and mold these young players. As a manager on the team, it's kind of one of those moments where you just chomp down on some sunflower seeds and kind of just ride it out because you've given up now 10 runs in 2 innings. You've already made another pitching change for the 5th time. The only thing you really can do is make some more changes on the mound, but we're barely through the midway point of this game in this current moment. If we went all 9, there's only but so many arms you can put back in there.
Right.
So at this point, you kind of just have to let things ride out.
Yeah, and it's a really tough goal, but he does get a strikeout here. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Paltridge, so good job.
He does. And I'm still, every time they flip down that play caller, standing on the mound, it still baffles me every time I see it looking at his next pitch, what he's going to throw.
Now, I think, maybe this is just me, but I'm thinking maybe they on the play sheet they have the batter, what their tendencies are is what it could be is what I'm thinking it might be, and then what type of pitches that they maybe they kind of maybe their favorite pitches are pitches that they do the worst in. That's the only thing I can think of that may be coming out of this play sheet.
Plus, with us not being here the past 2 days, we don't really know the impact of what those pitchers had played in the past 2 days. They might not be conditioned and ready for this game on the Sunday.
And so here we go. That one's popped up, and
you caught it.
And there
Good
it is,
job.
the end of the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen. We will head on. We will head on to the top of the 6th, and the score is 13-0 Richmond. I'm Darrell Owens. Drew Willingham will be back in just a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the top of the 6th. And the score right now, 13-0. And it is all Richmond.
Have to give a shout out to the concession stands for hooking us up with some free hot dogs.
Yeah, most definitely. Got to give a shout out to the concession stand. Thank you for that. We truly, truly appreciate it. And we are glad. Yeah, we're glad, definitely glad on that. 2-1 pitch coming up. And it looked like they're going to be delicious, Drew.
They definitely will, especially with this awesome logo on the paper.
So here we go, 2-2 pitch coming up.
Ooh, foul ball. 2-2 is our current count.
2-2, no outs here.
Just a bit outside for a full count yet again in this game.
And so Topolsky is now in pitching here for Richmond as I guess they decided not to go back with Subers. He had a couple of great innings for Richmond. And there's a walk.
Now I'm going to give the play-by-play on this hot dog.
do a test run here.
Owen 1-0 count is as a ball. And another shout out to the concession stand is this glizzy is fire.
I don't want to chew in you guys' ear, but it's definitely a delicious hot dog. So when you come out to a Richmond Spiders game, make sure you check out the Richmond hot dogs. They are amazing.
Frozen hand.
Yeah, just didn't want to too loud on the didn't want to too loud during the broadcast. You were like, man, this guy's rude. And so 1-0 now becomes 2-0 with no outs and a runner on first here for Siena.
Yeah, shout out to the fans. I had to put the microphone down as I was eating this glizzy. It was that good. Had to take a break for about 30 seconds while eating the glizzy.
Just 30 seconds, that's it. So here we go, 2-1 count. Runner moving up a little bit.
Just a bit high as we now have a 3-1 count on the batter.
So 3-1, no outs. And there's a pitch.
Could we have a double play?
Looking. Ladies and gentlemen, the 6-4-3 double play. Greatly done there by Richmond.
Beautiful play by Richmond.
I love it. I love a good old 6-4-3. Can't go wrong with that. So Danny Barbero coming to the plate. And, well, was at 1.2 runners or potentially 2 runners on is we're right back where we were. It's looking a little grim for Richmond, and just like that, Richmond now in a good spot. And ball number 1.
Breaking ball just outside for ball number 1. Another shout out to Richmond concessions on these hot dogs, man. I'll tell you what, you know you've got a good hot dog when you don't have to put anything on it. That is key. If you don't have to put anything on it, you know you've got a good one in your hands.
100% true.
As we got a 1-1 count on the batter with 2 outs.
So earlier I had hot chocolate, and I have iced chocolate. But you know what? It's working. He gets a piece of this.
Like
this one is
gone.
deep, and this one is not off the wall.
Ooh.
We thought it might have been gone, but
good play by the left fielder to keep that into a double, and he bounced off the wall too. He ran right into it.
I'm a little bit worried, and that is Topolsky out there. And it looks like he is
Shook up a little bit.
shook up a little bit. So this is interesting. So you got Topolsky on the mound, and then the other Topolsky is out in the left field. A lot of brothers on this team. A lot of brothers.
Absolutely. Spreading the family tree out within the Richmond Spiders team. But it looks like it's paying dividends today with that 13-0 score.
Yeah. Last year, got a chance to see Mathis. Him and his brother played when I did the Rhode Island game. And so it was cool to see the brothers go off against each other. He was pitching against them at one point. The crowd was really into it. It was pretty cool. So 0-2.
Oh, they were on opposite teams.
Yeah, they were opposite teams, yeah.
Okay.
Parents had to, well, I don't think they had to split jerseys, but that's
not like the Kelseys in the Super Bowl.
No, not like the Kelseys in the Super Bowl.
And just announced this week, too, Jason Kelsey coming back to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
as well.
nice.
That's big news.
It's a good move. I mean, he is the driving force of that offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles. Pretty sure that's something you'll talk about tonight on NRL.
Absolutely. Definitely going to be something that we'll be talking about because their window may be closing if Jalen Hurts signs a ridiculous contract.
Yeah, they lost a lot of their defensive stars on last year's team, so it'll be intriguing to see how that goes. Oh, and he gets a piece of that down the first.
And by first base.
Oh, good job there by Jake Elberry.
Takes himself for out number 3.
That will send us to the bottom of the 6th. Excuse me, y'all. I think that came out on air. I do apologize. Well, look, we'll be back here in just a second. Spiders up 13-0 as we're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Legacy Makers Sports Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back as we are here in the bottom of the 6th. And Richmond is just hoping to add on and keep tight on their lead here as they're up 13-0.
2/3 of the game is over for the Siena Saints as they have produced nothing but goose eggs so far in this contest.
So ball 2. Shane Gibson gets a piece of it. And that's his first strike. So 2-1.
Can he produce hit number 18 for the Spiders now? It's absolutely wild to even be saying that.
Yeah,
17 hits on 13 runs. That's a bit high to take us to a 3-1 count. Strike
Nice
two.
heat there. 2-2. So right now, Siena has 8 walks on the day.
Oh yeah, my apologies. I thought it was 3-1 on that one. My bad.
I think they changed it because I saw the same thing you saw.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's up. It's full.
Yeah,
It's
I think they
3-2.
fixed it. Yeah, so we've got another full count, which is full count number 13, and it's another walk. That's the 9th walk of the day for Siena.
Ouch. Could this be another long inning?
So Jake Topolsky coming to the plate.
I actually misread that board out there because the sun hit it a different way. We have 13 runs on only 12 hits.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the 17 was right. I'm not.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe the light was out on the scoreboard because
But looking here at the game line score on the app, they only have 12 hits to 13 runs, which means all those pass balls, all the
walks,
errors, because they have an error, the walks, it's all played a big factor into how this game has gone down the way that it has.
So here we go, 2-0. Pitch coming up.
Good
Some
pitch.
heat there. And we do have a new pitcher into the contest. This is Sebastian Benz. Excuse me, Sebastian Bentz. Like Wentz, but with a B.
Hopefully he plays better than the ENTZ on the other side.
Oh,
of
my
it.
goodness. That's hilarious. And Bentz is able to get another strike here. So we got a 2-2 count coming up here in the bottom of the 6th.
He
I
went.
think he got him.
He went.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
no. Wait a minute. He said no.
First base umpire says he does not go, but from our side of it, it looked like he did
I
go.
thought he went. But we are at full count number 14 on the day. Here comes that 3-2 pitch. And he walked him.
All four. Another walk by the Siena Saints.
I think they're going to tough this one out. I don't know how much, like we talked about earlier, I don't know how deep the pitching is for Siena right now because they're on their 6th pitcher. So
When it comes to the health and safety of these players, if Siena doesn't score anything in the next inning, I'm pretty sure they're going to call it. With their being down by 13 runs, this is technically slaughter rule territory.
and there's a strike, yeah. So, I mean, we're going to see where that ends up.
Especially when you've only produced 3 hits with no runs so far in this second. You're 2/3 the way through the game once you get out of this bottom of the inning, and to only have 3 runs and no hits at this point, you got to be thinking about the health and safety of your players. There's no point really going all night if you're not going to be doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, at one point you got to look at your pitching. You got these series throughout the week. You just want to be careful throughout. So we're just going to see how it rolls here. Top of the 7th could be interesting. As Elberry hits that one foul, hits off the tree, rolls near the bullpen. We got a 1-2 count coming up.
Definitely working this pitcher a little bit. Seeing 3 pitches so far. Here comes pitch number 4 to him. Let's see if he can put it in play, get these runs in. Nope. That's a ball, but luckily the catcher, Percival, kept it in front of him to prevent the runners from advancing as we still have runners at first and second with no outs.
Percival has done, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, he's done a really good job behind the plate to the best of his ability under the circumstances. He's made some really good stops. Unfortunately, some were just a little tough for him to even make the move, but he's done a good job back there.
In a shot to the shortstop who bobbles it.
He doesn't see it, and
Runner's
that's going to be
score.
It's going to be a runner that comes in.
14-0.
Gibson.
Richmond Spiders.
Gibson comes in and scores here, Drew, and man, yeah, that's all you can really say. Jake Elberry, that's all you really can say. And Jake Elberry, who collected his 3rd hit of the day, and so He's having a really good day.
When somebody ask me how this game went, I'm going to have to quote the legend Darrell Owens and just say, yeah, because that's pretty much what this game has been all about.
That's ball number 1. I mean, look, that's the best way I can put it right now. That's exactly how this is going, unfortunately. But if you're a Richmond Spiders fan, you got a lot to smile about after this contest so far, or at least potentially after this contest. You know,
being on the call with you has been fantastic. Don't take what I'm saying out of context.
No, dude, this has been phenomenal.
But when it comes to what we're watching on the field, I'm going to quote you with the 2 words, yeah. Because that's literally what's going on right now.
That's the nicest thing that I can say at the current time. But if you, like I said, if you're a Spiders fan, you got a lot to be happy about because they looked really good right now. Especially
even your record out at this point in the season as well.
And so they haven't even really gotten into A-10 play. And, you know, you look at the Spiders team last year, they made a nice run to get into the Atlantic 10 championship, losing to VCU. But it was a great effort on their part to get there. And so, you know, they got aspirations of getting back to that championship game.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do when the moment transpires, what they can do with the opportunity.
Yeah, they don't play VCU at home this year. They will be at VCU. They'll be at the Diamond for that one sometime next month. So it'll be fun to see how that goes from the Diamond and see if Richmond can get something going because they split the series last year during the season. And then, you know, VCU was able to win the Atlantic 10 championship.
Depending on when that is and both of our availabilities, maybe we'll have to see if we can try to call another one.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to look and see what that's looking like when we get a chance. So, but so far so good here for Richmond, 14-0. 1 out here for Siena, finally getting that first out of the inning.
And you heard Darrell right. It is literally a football score right now at 14-0.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice pitch.
That was a low pitch. The catcher framed it very well
to
get that hidden call. It was like getting an Easter egg in a video game at that one strike. 0-1.
So 0-1 pitch coming up.
I think the ump's trying to get on out of here. No, he made up for it on that one.
Yeah.
He made up for it on that one by calling that one a ball. Good job.
So 1-1 count. 2 runners on here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
And a ball off the turf, the Astro Dirt, whatever you want to call it, is now 2-1.
Definitely Astro Dirt. Any dirt that has black specks in it, that's Astro Dirt. the little rubber pieces. Have you ever walked and had those things get inside your shoe, like on the turf? It is not the funniest thing in the world.
It definitely is not, let alone cleats.
Oh, that sounds bad out loud. Oh, my goodness, I don't even want to think about it. 2-1 pitch coming up. Oh, and he hits this one.
Short.
Oh, nice effort. Oh, did he get it?
Did he get him?
He got him.
Barely, too.
Oh, man.
But that was one heck of a play by the shortstop. Made up for that bobble that he had earlier in the inning as well.
Yeah, man. Randall Henn was able to grab that sucker and sling it over there to third. And just like that, Barbaro was able to snag it up. And we're looking at 2 outs here with a 14-0 lead for Richmond. Will Gursky.
See what he can do with this one. Takes first pitch for a strike.
Yeah.
Two outs now. Percentage baseball definitely plays a factor with this one.
Here goes the 1-0 pitch into the pond.
4 at-bats for Gursky today, has 1 hit out of those 4 at-bats, 1 RBI, has also drawn a walk, but the biggest part has also struck out as well. So let's see what he can do with this 0-2 count.
Oh.
Shot to shortstop.
Oh, Gursky.
It looks like it's going to keep the runner at third because it hit into shallow left. Bases loaded again.
No, you got to love it. The DH, Will Gursky, comes in. First 2 at-bats, not so hot. Last 2 at-bats, hot. And so right now, 14-0, bases loaded once again. And now we got a opportunity to see if Kaluska can come in and add some runs to this. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout.
2 for 4.
2 for 4? 2 for my fault. My fault.
No, you're good. He has 2 hits. He does have 1 strikeout. but he has produced 2 hits, also produced a hit in the last time that he was here to help towards getting the bases loaded in his last appearance.
I don't know what I looked at. I think I looked at runs.
That's all good.
I was like, oh, man. So 2 for 4.
And that's another shot fouled off near us. They keep doing this. We're going to put a helmet on our heads.
Yes. I mean, the snooty cap is not going to do enough for me. But a helmet does look like something we might have to move into. Like I said, I already had to dive out the way once today. I mean, it wasn't going to hit me. Then that was, doing his job. We're good.
Another shot,
woo!
but right to the second baseman as we now have our 3rd out of the inning.
What a snag there by Montgomery. Not Ty. But Montgomery with the snag there. And so, hey, there we are, top of the 7th. And if this could be Richmond's chance here to finish this up.
Could technically be a descendant of Superfly Ty. Shout out to Superfly as we have a Montgomery out here in these streets.
Yes.
But also Superfly is very, very it's very awesome for him to have someone who used to play in the NFL with the same last name and first name as well. Ty Montgomery used to be a running back for his team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
And the Green Bay Packers. He drafted by the Packers back in, I don't know, let me try to figure out the year, but he was a 3rd-round pick for the Packers. Then went to the Saints. He played with Baltimore, played with the Eagles, so he's been around.
Yeah.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in the top of the 7th. Drew, I'll be honest with you, man, 2 hours. And this has been pretty smooth, at least, time-wise. I don't know why I felt like it was longer, but
it's going to be interesting to see if this is the last inning or not.
Yes.
Because with everything we discussed before we went live, everything we've discussed since we have been live, top of the 7th, you're up 14-0. If you're the Saints and you had the same inning results as you've had for the past 6 innings, do you want to keep continuing on? Do you want to potentially risk the health and safety of your players, considering that you have got a football score in your hands? Do you want to risk the potential of what you're going to do for this next week against your upcoming opponent as well? I don't know. I feel like if you don't produce any runs or have any positive impact on this inning, it's time to call it, fellas.
Well, when you're looking at it like that, it's true. We don't know how deep the pitching bag is going for them right now. That's my biggest concern. But even with that being said, Richmond right now is cruising, and they brought in this is their 4th pitcher, I believe, and we're looking at number 21 here for Richmond. I want to make sure I give you the proper name. So we got Brian Rinke coming in for Richmond.
Another left-handed pitcher as well. Yeah. We've seen quite a bit of good use from left-handed pitching by both teams today. Both teams producing a good amount of left-handers in this game. And the Spiders having the leg up as they still have only got a 3-hit shutout going into the 7th inning.
Well, we guess we have one of the Siena players who got a hit today, and Nicola, he's coming back up. He got a double early today. Let's see what he can do. He led off that inning with a double, and see what he can do here in the top of the 7th.
One hit in those 2 at-bats, also has a strikeout, but like you said, definitely has a double. Let's see if he can keep that going into this top of the 7th.
Man, Rinke really put the heat on that last pitch.
Absolutely, he did.
Felt that one from here. Woo!
And a shot, but that will be foul.
That's what hit the. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really expected like that 10 noise. I didn't expect it to be hardwood. I really don't. Ting! I really was looking forward to that.
I was hoping it was gonna bounce off that and hit the foul pole. It'd been a pretty sweet, action right there. We'd have seen that, like a ricochet,
Oh, 0-2 pitch, and that goes a little high. A rare pass ball here for Richmond in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as most of the pass balls we've seen have been primarily from the Saints up until this point.
Yeah. So 1-2 pitch coming up. No runners on. And Rinke pitches low for ball number 2.
So we've got this one fan over here on the Richmond Spiders side who's very, very vocal. Definitely dialed in and locked into this game.
I'm gonna tell you what I believe she has had me giggling the entire time because she said a couple of things. I had to laugh. And this one is smacked down towards the right field line. And Beal will get that one for out number 1.
Can of corn for Beal makes it look easy, but that definitely the way the sun is right now, the way things have been going in this game, That definitely was not an easy catch to make.
Not at all. Not at all. And speaking of a right fielder that's had to deal with that today, and that's Castronova, who is coming up to the plate now. He had one similar early in this game, and let's see what he can do here.
Sweet last name, back at the dish.
Yes. Definitely one of the top 10 I've heard. Definitely one of the top 10 I've heard for sure. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
Shout out to the sun for giving us another extra degree of weather on our back right now.
I'm telling you, man, the sun came through in the clutch. My hands are not as cold as I thought. Ooh! Nicely done up the middle.
Picked his spot just well enough to get it right up the gap for a base hit.
Has hit number 4 for Siena on the day.
Shake it off there, fellas. You guys still got a 4-hit shutout going out here for the Richmond Spiders.
Yes, and we have Percival coming to the plate. No, actually, it looks like they may be pitting in for Percival. And they've got number 33, Ryan Bates.
That has got to be a decision based on what we were just talking about at the beginning of this inning. This may very well be it.
Yeah.
And at this point, you need to rest some players. You need to get some more guys in who don't have any at-bats in this game so far because you are down by 2 touchdowns.
And that one's far to the outside there for ball, number 1. So 1-1 count coming up here with 1 out. Top of the 7th. A little half of ball number 2.
Just high as well. Definitely needs to pick his spots a little bit better if you have any shot of getting out of this inning with a double play.
That's what you're kind of shooting for. We've seen one double play today, a 6-4-3 by Richmond. Ooh.
Smoked right by him. 2-2 count, Darrell. Now, let me ask you, since you've been asking me questions so far in this game, on this count 2-2, what do you expect to see in this moment from the pitcher?
Oh man, I'm gonna say some all speed to the outside. That's what I got a feel he's gonna go with. Oh, I was wrong.
Ooh, you had the location right.
I had the location right.
But he threw some gas right there for out number 2.
I was thinking like maybe he'll try to fool him a little bit on there, but no, straight heat. I heard what you said, sir. So out number 2.
It seemed like in half motion. He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna change my mind."
I got something for him. You don't know what he's talking about. Erickson now at the plate here.
Now that was called a ball, but I actually like the location of that in the pitch call. I feel like that could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But still respect for the call as well because it was kind of close, but it's 1-0.
So 1-0 pitch. And there's strike number 1.
Made up for it on that one. 1-1 count as we've got right here.
So I can hear 2 more strikes coming from the dugout. Slaughter rule is in effect.
Yes, it is. Ooh, just a bit inside.
So 2-1 pitch coming up here for Rinke.
Are we 2 strikes away from seeing the end of this ball game?
That's the question at hand with a runner on first.
Now that, I feel like I would have called that a strike, Darrell.
I think I would have called it a strike too.
I really don't agree with that play call there. But he did actually call a strike.
He did.
He did, surprisingly.
Okay.
He just didn't give the right hand
Yeah,
motion.
I was about to say, because that definitely.
Hey, if you were trying to do a fake out, you got us both just then.
Exactly. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This could be it here.
Strike
out.
3.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Richmond Spiders win this one 14-0 at the end of the slaughter rule. The slaughter rule effect comes in the 7th inning. The Richmond Spiders are up by 10 runs, and they win this one 14-0.
An absolute decisive ball game by this Richmond Spiders team who needed this type of win in this series as they now even their current record to 10 wins, 10 losses. As they look like they're in a better position than they were to start this weekend out when they were 7-10 to start the weekend.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a rough go to start this season. They were trying to get themselves back into a good motion. This is a nice confidence booster if you're Richmond. You go in there, you sweep a series. Yes, the team's had some struggles, but no matter what, as a team, when you're seeing even if the team is not maybe the greatest, it still helps build that confidence when you can see things going their way. And then there it is, a 3-0 series win for Richmond.
And when you have problems with pitching, like what Siena did today, and you're using 5-6 different pitchers, and especially in the course of 2 innings, that's never a good sign for what you've got dialed in, with what you've got built.
5-0, yeah, but and 6-1, but in those games, though, it's not 14-0. And that's where it gets a little tough right there if you're Siena. But good luck to the Siena Saints throughout the rest of the season. Hopefully things will crank up. The Spiders are sitting even at 10-10 apiece. You know, once again, myself, Drew Willingham, we're so glad that you were able to sit back and pay attention and listen to us talk some baseball here for 2.5 hours. So we truly appreciate that. Drew, why don't you tell everybody about the shows you got coming up this evening?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to us for the past 2.5 hours on this very, very chilly Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
Guys, you can always check out my content on the Legacy Maker Sports Network every Sunday right now for the short time being, as my schedule is kind of switched up to where I have to have my shows on Sundays. In or Out Sports Debate every single Sunday, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time on the Legacy Maker Sports Network, which you can find on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch, as well as YouTube. When you look at the Sports Senseis Unleashed, a little project I have going on with Brian Snow of Snowman in the Morning of Snowman Multimedia, we have that going on Sunday evenings at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Time. It looks like this game ended at just the right time, where I have great amount of time to get home
and get
myself situated for the show. So thank you all for tuning in. Have to give a shout out to the fans. You guys have been fantastic tuning in to these shows, and it's not the amount of views or the amount of likes. It's the feedback that I get that I really cherish. People interacting during the live show to where I can, acknowledge them throughout the show, or even the comments when it's syndicated. Without you guys paying attention to these shows, we would not have 80 episodes of that show within a calendar year. We're not even at a calendar year yet. We're still like 2 weeks away from when I brought it back on April 6th of last year, and already at episode 86. Darrell's been a big part of that with his 5 appearances. Everybody who's been a part of it is a great episode each and every time. There's nothing different between the last person and the next. It's all fun for me, and as long as it's fun for me and it's fun for my fans, I'm going to keep on producing that unit every single week.
Well, everybody, make sure y'all check out In or Out tonight. It's going to be a great episode. Once again, Drew, thank you for joining me for this one. It has been an absolute blast. We'll have some other shows heading on this week as well. Legacy on Fire will return on Wednesday. So make sure you check that out on Wednesday. And just throughout the week, we'll be having some different things going on, checking out the different posts, different articles. So make sure you check us out. Once again, you can follow us on all our social media pages. We're on the Instagram, we're on the YouTube, we're on the Facebook, we're on the Twitter, we're on the LinkedIn, and we're on the TikTok. Maybe not so sexy, but we're on the TikTok. And on top of that, make sure you check out www.legacymakersports.com for all the great articles. Once again, I'm Darrell Owens, the man, myth, and the legend, Mr. Drew Willingham. We will see you all again next time.
Thank you.